What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Grind. I'm your host, 30NSG, and on today's show, we got a lot. A lot of topics just popped up. No Man's Sky has another update. There's two videos that came out. The deep dive into the next No Man's Sky, and also part 2 of the deep dive. So we're going to watch that today. We weren't going to, but that popped up. We're also going to talk about the Sony. Basically a shakeup at Sony Corporation shakeup. Hiroki Totoki named corporate CEO, and I'm gonna butcher this name, chat. Hideki Nishio elevated to solo CEO role at Sony Interactive Entertainment. So Holtz is out. Okay, so we'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about Xbox clarifies that World of Warcraft Game Pass rumors. Now, I had a video last year, well, not last year, the year before. It's been over a year, okay, talking about how I thought that World of Warcraft was going to be coming to console. And let me tell you something. Them saying it's not coming gives me more proof it is coming, and I'll show you why, okay? We're also going to talk about Microsoft was the #1 games publisher in the world last month. This is one of those titles, you know what I mean? Greatest stream of all time right now between the hours of 10 and 10:01, right? Like that's what type of title this is. But we're going to read the article, and then we're going to talk about Destiny 2. We'll let you play Stormtroopers now inside of Destiny. So lots to talk about. If you guys like what we do here, we do this Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning to about noon Eastern. We just cover news stories, have conversations, have back and forth with you guys. It's not a debate. It's just a morning show that we have a good time. Oh, and that's the #1 thing, Al Dente, you just reminded me, and the #1 movie in America, right? We actually have an article talking about Captain America, Brave New World star Anthony Mackie comes out and tells European audience that characters should not represent America, okay? I don't know what this article's about, but I did hear what he said on stage, and I'm thinking that that's what it's about. So I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on this, because I don't think Anthony Mackie understands who Captain America is. And this is the man who's playing Captain America in the new movie, Captain America and the Brave New World. So lots to talk about. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. You can also listen to us or watch us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Anchor.fm. We do live streams, uploads. We do gameplay. The gameplay is moving over to our other channel, 30 and Still Gaming. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel, when we do gameplay, we played Orcs Must Die last night. Pretty fun. We played with Sarge and Mr. Luke. Go check out video over there. We played for about 4.5, 5 hours. It was fun. It's just a brainless, and this is not an insult to the game, it's like a brainless game. It's just really fun. Lots of stuff to upgrade, the traps, the characters. It's on Game Pass. It's out for everybody across, I think, all platforms. It's cross-play, if I'm not mistaken. So lots to do. I said it last night. I was like, oh, this is a perfect game for Game Pass, hence why it's on Game Pass, because you're constantly going to keep playing and upgrading stuff, and basically they just want you to continue paying each and every single month if that's what you like, right? So lots to talk about. What's going on, chat? What's going on? Eclipse, Drummond, James Thomas, Kraken, Lucas, Kylo, Roic, Robert Jones. Robert Jones says bye. All right, bye. Bye, Robert Jones. Wonder Rose, El Dente, Jason, Argus, Dustin, Sarge, good morning. So let's start off with a small story, I guess, right? So the small story, and I always said that Destiny, what's going on, Roadkill? What's going on, House? So when I was playing Destiny years and years and years ago, I said, man, I would love Destiny if they made Destiny but Star Wars, but Transformers, but Marvels, okay? And then here we are, okay? Here we are in 2025, and Destiny has turned Destiny into somewhat of a Star Wars. Okay, so Destiny 2, this article comes from Forbes, from Paul Tassi. Destiny 2 will let you be a stormtrooper in the unprecedented Star Wars crossover. Remember the other day we were having a conversation about how Disney, Hasbro, they don't know what to do with their characters or IPs anymore. They just keep taking it and throwing it into other other forms, right? You know, Star Wars puts it in Fortnite, Star Wars puts it in Minecraft, Star Wars puts it wherever they can put a Star Wars character. This is what they're doing. Okay. So there it is. I mean, look at this, right? Oh no, I don't want to save it. I don't want to save it. Oh, come on. I didn't mean to do that. It's got so much stuff going on in the background right now because I have so many tabs and stuff open. Yeah, okay. So check this out. There it is. Okay. There is the there is the stormtroopers and stuff. Okay, cool. Right? Cool. You get to be a death trooper, a stormtrooper, or you know, the Emperor's Guard. Okay, so let's read on. So Destiny 2 just laid out a grand plan for its final episodic content, hearsay, okay, which launches next week. But in the wake of a presentation, Bungie debuted something not related to the season thematically, rather the next set of cosmetic armor and another licensed collaboration. This one is different, okay? So easily the Destiny's biggest name collab yet, partnering with Star Wars for armor sets that, well, not just inspired by Star Wars, but at least instance for the Titan can now literally become a flat-out stormtrooper. Warlocks are pretty close to Red Guard, and I think the Hunters are based on Death Troopers. But yes, the full-on Stormtrooper in the middle, it appears to be a TIE bomber, and it's about the ship, and you can also fly around the solar system. It's the first time that Destiny 2 has gone what I could call a full Fortnite, a straight-up one-to-one for skins to purchase, something Call of Duty has done a lot in the last few years. Destiny 2 has also more loosely adapted in its collabs. Some past ones have been on PlayStation Heroes, Assassin's Creed, Dungeons & Dragons, and, well, Fortnite itself. Well, it says, I'm a bit split here. As also the community has just see as Star Wars, I think. And so Awesome One, day one purchase. Others see it as a game totally jumping shark when it comes to microtransactions. I'm on that side. I think the game is completely jump shark. Obviously, Destiny has a lot of characters that you can play in the story content and a lot of DLC. And now they just turned it into, now you can play that game, but you can play as Star Wars characters, okay? So it says he is somewhere in the middle. It does feel like something of a line to step over, an actual stormtrooper set to be in the game now, and it makes you wonder just how on the nose the future collaborations are going to be. It says that then again, Destiny 2 really allows your significant customization. Sure, I guess you can also walk around as a white stormtrooper like in the movies, but you also can mix up match with hundreds of other options in the game, plus hundreds of shaders for further modification. And this is something I feel will help make the perhaps not as obvious that it might be in the world. It's also a sense of the characters from a sci-fi universe, and I also suppose to not just an actual named character like Hunter Death Vader or Warlock Palpatine. Still, it took me off guard, and it also opens the door for entirely different level of collaborations in the future. I totally get that it's a video game and that it shouldn't matter, but when you have a world, right, single player game, co-op game as Destiny, where Destiny is basically telling a story within this universe of the thing, and then all of a sudden you bring in a galaxy far, far away and you bring it into this, as a gamer, I'm like, oh, cool. I get to play, like, I get to fantasize. It's like putting a mod, right? Starfield. Right? Starfield, I can mod Starfield to make it feel like Star Wars. Okay? And I get it. And I've said this 10 years ago. Man, I would love Destiny if it was Star Wars. And now I can play Destiny, which I'm not going to, by the way. I can play Destiny and pretend I'm in Star Wars. But the problem with that is it kind of breaks the immersion of what Destiny is. But I guess it's at its tail end. So let me know what you guys think. These are just my thoughts in the comment. Leave yours in the comment section down below. Please make sure you share, like, subscribe. Do you like that Bungie and Destiny have put this into the game? Does this make the game better for you? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the live chat. What do you think? Do you think they've jumped shark? Right? Lots of different people are all over the place. I personally don't like they made Star Wars in Destiny, but I would love a game like Destiny with Star Wars. Again, these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Please make sure you share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. So, chat, what do you guys think of the Star Wars collaboration here that's going on? Kill. What's going on, Hilly? Hilly says the game looks boring solo and a blast with buds. Oh, you're talking about Orcs Must Die? Is that what you're talking about, Hilly? Yeah, we were talking about it last night. I was like, this game is going to be completely different if you're by yourself. Robert Jones says, when I came in, the screen said stream ending. Oh, is that what it said? Was it the wrong starting screen? It's all right. It's all right. We cut that part out anyway. We cut that part out anyway after the stream. Come on, Water Bear. Crowded House says, I can't believe they didn't make Speeder Bike Sparrow. Well, that would put a little bit too much effort. They gave you a TIE bomber. They gave you a TIE bomber. El Dente says, chat, we could do chat. What do you think? $35 per skin? Oh, it's gotta be, right? It's gotta be pretty expensive. It's Disney. Roadkill says no more MLB The Show on Game Pass anymore. Sell a game? What do you mean? Did they remove MLB The Show? Or is it the old MLB The Shows they took off and the new one's on? You're just saying that in chat, so I'd have no idea. Hunter should have been a Mando. That would have been cool, Krebsy. That would have been cool. Crowded says it's $15. $15. Oh, so Disney gave a discount. Argus says there is a Death Star ghost that's occasionally shoots lasers. See? They're bringing it in. They're all bringing it in. Eclipse says, nice. I'll play $20 for a skin. I can't see it for others. People can see it. Wait, $20 for a skin I can't see, so other people can see it. Oh, that's true. Eclipse, I forgot that Destiny is a first person. You can't play third person. I didn't even think about that. I totally forgot. It's been so many years. I totally forgot that it's only a first person game. El Dente says it should have let me be the Wookiee as a Titan. Makes way more sense. Night Sister as a Warlock and Mando as a Hunter. I mean, I agree with everything you just said in that sentence. Robert Jones says, I want Stormtrooper skin. Destiny says, or Sarge says, it's called Desperation Move. Numbers are low. That is true. El Dente says, I want Star Wars inspired skins, not 1-to-1. Hilly says the collaboration is the death rattle of dying live service game. You think so, Hilly? That's it. The Sarge said it's a desperation move. My dog is in the house because they're doing something outside, and he's like restless right now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take a short break so I can let him into the rest of the house because he's trapped in here and he's freaking out. Give me 1 second.
Tim Kaine walks in with a question so bold. Do gamers know what they want? He's told. The crowd says yes, but then starts to fight. Tim shakes his head. Yeah, that sounds about right. Tell me what's good, not what's gone wrong. If you just complain, the list gets too long. You say, this sucks, but what do you mean? Fix the bugs or scrap the whole scene. Tell me what's good, give me a clue. If you only rant, then what can I do? Do gamers know what they want? No. Do devs know what gamers want? Also no. Tim grabs a coffee, sits down at his desk, reads a forum post, and it's a big old mess. This game is trash, screams Gamer29.
I'm muted. I'm muted. God damn it. What I said was, I read what you guys put, and I said the MLB game won't be on the sub-service, and he said the next game, 25, will not be on Game Pass, and be excited for people on Xbox that have to pay for it now, just like the people on PlayStation. Got it. Cool. You can see the skins when you emote. That's exactly what I want to do, right? I just want to emote the entire time so I can see my skins. Yeah. Hilly says you have to equip a sword at all times. Here's a missed opportunity, Hilly. I don't know if they're doing this, but if they're going to throw Star Wars in, I have a TIE bomber and a Death Star on me, then the sword needs to be a lightsaber, right? I mean, let's just be honest, right? Which is a missed opportunity, like Al Dente said earlier. Mando should have been the hunter, and then the sword should have been the black saber. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're missing out left and right here. Neutralizer says, 30, you didn't stay away long enough. I wanted to hear the whole Tim Kaine song. Oh. All right, well, I mean, if that's what you want, we could do that. All right, I'll play it, and I'll walk away. All right. I'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Do gamers know what they they want.
I'll go refill my
the crowd
drink.
Says yes, but then starts to fight. Tim shakes his head. Yeah, that sounds about right. Tell me what's good, not what's gone wrong. If you just complain, the list gets too long. You say, this sucks, but what do you mean? Fix the bugs or scrap the whole scene. Tell me what's good, give me a clue. If you only rant, then what can I do? Do gamers know what they want? No. Do devs know what gamers want? Also no. Tim grabs a coffee, sits down at his desk, reads a forum post, and it's a big ol' mess. This game is trash, screams Gamer29. But what's the fix? Yeah, they left that behind. I'm not a wizard, I can't read your mind, so tell me what's fun, be helpful, be kind. Is it the combat, the loot, or the quests? Or do you just miss the time you were obsessed? Gamers want dragons, they want guns. Make it all dark, but also some puns. They cry, this is bad, then ghost the thread. Tim throws his hands up, what's good instead? Tell me what's good, not just what's bad. But if you give me nothing, I'll just get mad. Do gamers know what they want? No. Do devs know what gamers want? Also no. Tim Kane's on stage taking Q&A. Tell me what's fun, just brighten my day. If you only tell me what makes you sad, then how can I know what you wish you had? I'm not your enemy, I'm just a guy trying to make a game that you wanna buy. So give me your love, not just your hate, and maybe next patch won't come in late. Tell me what's good, tell me the vibe, and if it's just complaints, I'll never survive. Do gamers know what they want? Nah bro, do devs know what gamers want? We still don't know. Tim drops the mic, gives a little wave, and says feedback's welcome, but please behave.
You're welcome, Neutralizer. Drummond says, "What is this loony music? These are original written songs by yours truly, Drummond. Okay, if you watched a couple of weeks ago, we watched Tim Kaine, right? Tim Kaine, talking about what do gamers know what they want? No, and then he made another video saying, do developers know what gamers want? Also no. So we wrote a song about it. So there it is." Neutralizer says, admittedly, I think Travis's song is 30's finest work so far. I think so too. Right? I think so too. DayZ song when? I mean, I don't know if I would make a DayZ song, Hilly, but I will make a Hilly with DayZ song in it. Right? I said DZ Zang song. That's not even English. I think I stroked out there for a second. Roadkill says, Brandon Clips, it's not $40. You're paying money every single month. For how many years have you been paying? What do you mean? For Game Pass? For anything? How does that work? What are we talking about, Roadkill? Like, when you pay for something, you're only paying $20 or $12. And even if you paid for like 5 years, okay, you're paying at $20. You're paying $240 a year. If you buy 3 games, you're still paying more than that, especially if games are going up in price. Ron Slusher says 30 NSG AI Music Grammy Awards coming soon. Maybe we'll have our own awards show, and I'll give my own awards to myself. It'd be fantastic. That's right, Crowded. My songs are handcrafted content. That's correct. Yeah, Worlds, these are my songs. Every single song you're listening to, I wrote. The AI program that I'm using makes the music and sings it, but they're written because of things that we've talked about and whatnot. 100%. You're going to see a lot more streamers doing stuff like this. I've already seen people doing intro music, customized for their podcast and stuff like that. No, I was moving it over. Yeah. I like grabbing my mic, El Dente. Oh, Hilly's song is good. Yeah, the Hilly song is good. But it also gives it a little bit more freedom because he's got that music video. Look, if you guys haven't seen this yet, Okay, I'm promoting my own stuff here. Okay, because this is what we do. You guys watched or listened to the music video here.
Just hit the scene, all the gamers hyped is the next big thing. AAA title or a quirky indie gem. What's the verdict? Oh, here we go again. Graphics are stunning, but the story's a sin. Gameplay solid, but it's just not fresh within. No matter how it shines or where it might land, IGN's got a score that we all understand. Graphics are stunning, but the story's a sin. Gameplay solid, but it's just not fresh within. No matter how it shines or where it might land, IGN's got a score that we all understand. 7 out of 10 is the favorite groove. No matter the game, that's our go-to move. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll never really know. 7 out of 10, it's the same old show. A sequel drops, it's polished and refined. Fans say it's great, but they won't change their mind. Too much water they cry or lacks innovation. 7's their home base, their default station. Best game ever or just okay, doesn't really matter, they'll grade it the same way. From space epics to farming sims, that 7's lurking, ready to begin. 7 out of 10 is the favorite groove. No matter the game, that's their go-to move. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll never really know. 7 out of 10, it's the same old show. What if it's a masterpiece? What if it's a flop? 7's like their GPS, they just won't stop. We laugh, we joke, but deep down we wait. Will our IGN surprise us, or is 7 our fate? Or is 7 our fate? Or is 7 our fate? 7 out of 10, it's a classic tune. From dawn till dusk, morning till the moon. It's a meme that won't die, they'll never really know. 7 out of 10, it'll never end. So here's to IGN, with a trusty pen, we'll always predict a 7 out of 10. Love it or hate it, they'll never bend. IGN forever, 7's their best friend.
I'm making music videos now, okay? I'm making music videos now. So let's get this show back on track, which is no track at all, okay? So we're done talking about the Destiny one. Let's go to the next one, which I believe we'll talk about the Sony Corporation shakeup here. This is the best Taylor Swift song ever. I mean, that was the point, Eclipse. It was the point of trying to make it sound like her. What would I give the song? 7 out of 10. I mean, obviously, that's the answer, gentlemen. That's a 7 out of 10 song all the way. All right. The next story, Sony Corp shakeup. We're gonna, you know what? I need to figure this guy's name out right here. We need to figure his name out. I don't know how to say it.
Nishino.
Nishino. Okay. Nishino. Yeah. What about if we do just his first name? Nishina. And then we do let's do this one.
Hideaki.
Hideaki. All right, great. I love learning new stuff. Love butchering people's names. Hideki Nishio. Okay, elevated to a solo CEO role at Sony Interactive Entertainment. I don't even know which one to pick. Nishio? Yeah, we'll go with Nishio. Okay, so Sony Corp is shaking up the leadership ranks in Tokyo and San Mateo, elevating Hiroki Totoki to top CEO post, while Nishio takes on the reins of Sony Interactive Entertainment as the solo CEO and the unit of the House of PlayStation. The corporate shuffle, effective April 1st, was approved late Tuesday by the Electronics and Entertainment Giant Board of Directors of Tokyo. a 38-year-old Sony veteran who most recently served as the chief operating officer and the chief financial officer. Let me get this stuff off the screen. Here we go. CEO corporate handoff to Toki also comes with restructuring of a senior business ranks. Sony Picture Entertainment and the company's Hollywood outposts saw a leadership transition earlier this month when Ravi Ajuja took over CEO duties from Tony Man, these guys have some fantastic names. Vincura. High five. Okay. Sony Corp has also 110 employees, and its powerhouse has manufactured cameras, image devices, as such as TV sets, PlayStation devices, and movies and TV shows through the Culver City-based Sony Pictures Entertainment. Okay. It says, I'm incredibly honored and humbled to have been entrusted with the important role of President CEO, Totoki said. My predecessors, CEO, also Hodoshe, have greatly enhanced Sony's value and will do my utmost further to build up the success in the past of the events per Sony to the next generation. At our corporation strategy meeting on May of last year, we newly announced our creative entertainment vision, which outlines where we want Sony to be in 10 years. And with the purpose of the guiding principles, our greatest driver of achieving this is diversity of the businesses and people which are part of Sony's DNA. Okay, our broader spans of transcended organizational barriers and organically connecting diversity to create new value. And together we will employ creators, partners, and also our new leadership team, and we'll work to create a bright future filled with boundless sense of Kando. Okay, Nishio has elevated the CEO of Sony Interactive Platform Business Group in May of 2024 as shared oversight of the PlayStation's maker with Herman Holtz, who as CEO of the Division Studios Business Group. Those appointments were made in the wake of departure of CEO Jim Ryan and the elevation of Nishio to the top post overseeing the Sony Interactive Entertainment caught industry observers by surprise. He says, quote, I'm truly honored to take this helm of Sony Interactive Entertainment technology and creating our two of the biggest strengths and continue to focus on developing experiences and deliver entertainment for everyone. We'd like to continue to grow the PlayStation community in new ways, such as IP expansion, while we're also delivering the best technology innovations. Nishio says, I want to thank Herman for his experience and leadership as he continues his roles as CEO of Studio Business Group, and I'm deeply grateful for the PlayStation community and their continued support, and I'm very excited for what the future holds, said Nishio, CEO of Platform Business Group. Nishio has also served as the president and CEO of the Sony Interactive Entertainment. In the addition to serving CEO of the Platform Business Group and CEO of the Studio Business Group, Sony said that Holtz will continue to lead the development, publishing, and business operations at Sony, first-party content, and will also be tasked with driving Sony's push for Sony Interactive to work with Sony Pictures in developing adaptations of gaming franchises, TV shows, movies, and more medias through the PlayStation production. Other changes on Vale and Sony's include the appointment of Lin Tao as the first female CFO in the company's 80-plus year history. Shinji says her, was named head of the Imagine of Sensing Solution Division and the key growth area of hardware for the company. And Tao is also a 20 years Sony veteran who was also previously senior vice president of the finances, corporate strategy, and development of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Okay, so basically what they're doing here, they're shaking it up, right? Which I think they needed to do. Now Holtz didn't get fired. He's not fired in any way, shape, or form, but he is being put back to where I think he's more comfortable being. Okay, so once Jim Ryan left, they brought in two people to take the place of Jim Ryan, and then since then, there's been a lot of stuff going on with Sony. Lots of shuffling, talking about IP expansions. They don't have enough games or enough IPs. They're talking about making television shows and movies now. They're doing all of those things, and yet they're basically their live service aspect has not crumbled, but they're having a lot of speed bumps right now with their live service aspect of the game. Right? They put 60 billion or something like that? 60. What was it? It was 60%. That's what it was. It wasn't 60 billion. It was 60% of their budget towards live service games, and so far, not so good, right? They're having turmoil with Bungie. They're having turmoil with a lot of different things. So they're like, you know what? Let's restructure. This is a downtime for us right now, but I think they'll rebound from this pretty fast, right? They're putting people probably that are more qualified. Again, Herman Holtz didn't get fired. He got demoted or laterally got promoted or whatever you want to call it, downsized over to the next section. So look, we talk about this all the time with other companies that are upper management is terrible. Upper management's bad. At least Sony is taking the route of, look, Let's remove the people that are not in this position, but let's put them back where they are because they're still good at what they're doing, but they're just not good for that position. So I think this is a good move for Sony to kind of like shake it up. Their stocks have gone up because of this move. So in my opinion, I don't think this is like doom and gloom as other people on the other side would probably think. I look at this and say they're changing and making these changes now, okay, right now, so it doesn't get to a worse state. And I think that's a good move. You have to adapt and move, and I think they're putting the right people in the right positions, right? I even said this when Phil Spencer, was it last year, maybe a year and a half ago, was talking about getting the right people to make the right games, right? And then since that point, they asked people, what would you like to work on? And they moved to that thing. They took 343 and turned it into Halo Studios. And now Halo, like if you're working in Halo Studios, obviously you should probably like Halo, right? So putting the right people in the right positions is better for everybody because those people that are working there probably feel better. They'll like to work. They're also not going to get pressure of stuff that they didn't like. So I think this is good moves all around for Sony. But these are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. What do you think of the shakeup? Do you think that this is good? Do you think this is bad? Do you think that if they didn't make these changes, there'd be worse ramifications, 6, 9, 12 months from now? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know in the live chat. Please make sure you share, like, subscribe. And if you like what I do here, check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching. I mean, I'm never going to change Al Dente. I mean, that's part of the charm, isn't it? Part of the charm. I should have fucked up your name right there. Yeah, right. I should have fucked up anyway. I fuck up everyone's name. It's part of my character trait, right? If you were pick me in an RPG, it would say this man fucks up everyone's name. That's the character trait, right? Let's see. Crowded House says, translation, it's time to make some money. Yeah, they're making the transition now, right? Jason Marshall says, transition, Jim Ryan shit the bed, so we got to clean it up. Even if he did shit the bed, they made the transition, right? And then they're making the transition again. They put people in place until they found the right people for the job. You would hope, right? Eclipse says, what happened though? I thought they loved Jim Ryan. There was people. Now, I know Jason down below says, who loved Jim Ryan? There was a lot of people that defended Jim Ryan during the FTC trials, if I'm not mistaken. They're like, we would follow this man anywhere. And then obviously after, they're like, yeah, good riddance. We didn't like him anyway. Zinthos says, so Harmon didn't get demoted, apparently. Yeah, he got shifted back to what he's good at, I would assume, right? He probably was like, you know what? We like you. We don't want to fire you. Thanks for filling in. Get your ass back over there where we can use you. Krebsy says Totoki being CEO of Sony could be good because he's a data/numbers guy. Alter me says, he got demoted. People wanted someone fired after Concord, but they forgot that Jim Ryan just stepped down. So hopefully this means PlayStation goes well now. Right. And I don't think you can't put it on Holtz because of Concord, right? That stuff was moving parts were happening before Jim Ryan left. Krebsy says, I agree with 30. I think that they're moving people in positions that are more comfortable and excellent. And you would think that would be a smart move, right? So we'll see what happens. Sarge says, but EA's stock has gone down. Investors finally see EA doesn't have growth. Yeah, but EA is not Sony. 343 employees that are scared of guns. Yeah. Krebsy says, when rolling stats, 30 rolled 1 out of 20 for name reading. That's exactly right. It's not my forte. Stay in school. Kylo says, new article says 64% of spending Microsoft titles was on PlayStation. Yeah, we have an article talking about they were the number one selling stuff. We'll talk about that in a second, Kylo. What's going on, El? Yeah, so we might as well move on from that if you guys are done moving, talking about Sony. I think Sony is actually, look, people think that I hate Sony for some reason. I've never hated any company, right? Except for EA. No, even EA I like. Because I like Star Wars Battlefront and I like Battlefield and I like that stuff. But I don't like Android Wilson and whatnot. I don't play Madden. I don't play any of those games. But for the most part, I don't really hate any company. I don't like the decisions they make and whatnot. But that's different. Let's see what Herman Holtz has done. I got some stuff here. I got some stuff here that Herman Holtz. There's a whole little thing here. It says historically rise from co-founder, management director of Guerrilla Games to head of PlayStation Studios as Sony Interactive Entertainment. In 2000, Herman Holtz was hired from consulting firm and replaced the co-founder Martin DeRondi, managing director of Lost Boys Games, in studio before Guerrilla Games was formed. Then Lost Boys Games was largely acquired by Media Republic in 2003 and became Guerrilla Games to better reflect the style of the titles it would also make. Shell Shock Name 67 was the first game developed by Guerrilla for PlayStation 2 and PC, announced by Herman Holtz as managing director. Then after that, he officially announced in August of 2003, Killzone, first-person shooter for PlayStation, was released in 2024, developed by Guerrilla Games with the support of Supermassive Games. Herman Holtz's original vision was not to be a franchise created to harm other franchises, Herman was. Okay, it says introduced at E3 2005 by Phil Harris through controversial trailer, the CGI, along with PlayStation 3 technical announcement. Killzone 2 received good reviews and also become most played first-person shooter as of PlayStation 3 exclusive, released in 2009. Okay, after the success of predecessor, Herman Holtz asked his developers at Guerrilla Games to push Killzone 3 to the limit to showcase the best first-person shooter exclusives for PlayStation 3 for the most innovative 3D video feature of PlayStation Move. Okay, from there, when Killzone Shadowfall was launched on PlayStation 4 in 2013 for the first time, showing incredible potential. Okay, from there, after discarding dozens of ideas presented to him by many teams members, Herman Holtz promoted to the prototype that within 6 long years, he would turn Horizon Zero Dawn for PlayStation 4, released in 2017, and for PC in 2020, demonstrating the ability to manage the new IPs and achieve, success with those. In 2021, Guerrilla Games staff was over 350, so Herman Holtz and his staff opened up a new studio location in Amsterdam and found new spaces, right? So this guy is good, right? He's worked his way up the ranks, okay? As head of PlayStation Studio, Herman Holtz also recognized as a passionate, innovative teams. He leads an ability to simultaneously creative talent and deliver great expectations from former CEO Jim Ryan and able to bring new studios closer to joining PlayStation Studios family, okay? So in that time frame, in 2020, Herman Holtz started as head of PlayStation Studios, 25 titles in development, new IPs, great partnership with Japan, released games on PC, reached more gamers, iconic franchises to come back. In 2021, canceled new sequels and developments such as Days Gone 2, acquisitions of Nexus, acquisition of other studios as Valkyrie Entertainment. 2022, 12 live service games were announced or told, okay? New studios acquisitions, new deals in other companies. Horizon Zero Dawn sold over 20 million copies, canceled some remakes and remasters, beloved historical PlayStation. Okay. Then he went on in 2023 to visit Pixel Ops Studio, canceled the related projects in development, announced Foam Stars for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 developed by Square Enix. In 2024, Helldivers 2 was the best live service title. Divested studios also such as PlayStation, London Studio, Firewalk Studios, and Neon. Firewalk Studios closed, though, right? Canceled post-release Concord Firewalk Studios, former Square Enix. Canceled live service games, Untitled, Factions 2, Twisted Metal, Payback, Marvel Spider-Man, Great Web, Untitled London Studios, God of War Online, Bluepoint, and Untitled Bend Studios. Okay? And then recently, he promotes Sony will continue to focus on live service games like Marathon, Hunter's Gathering, Untitled PlayStation game, and Untitled Media Molecule. And then single-player games in development are Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, Wolverine, Intergalactic, Untitled Nexus game, Untitled Team Absorb, also Fire Spirit, Horizon, Third Chapter, Untitled House Marquee, Untitled Visual Arts, Untitled Gen Design, Untitled Arrowhead, and then others of PSVR 2. So lots of stuff. So again, this man didn't get fired. He got put back to what he was good at. And I think that's going to be a smart move for PlayStation. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Kylo says, I hope it works out for them, having 9 canceled games out of 12. Here's the thing, Kylo. I think a lot of people, I mean, obviously, we know about the stuff now, so we can give shit to them, saying they have 12 and 9 of them got canceled. But there's so many things that happen behind the scenes that we never hear of, that there's games that are created that we never even hear of unless it gets leaked or some documents come out or whatnot. In the movie industry, there's movies that I've worked on that have never seen the light of day. Okay. On my resume, you'll see some stuff that I worked on. You'll be like, I've never even heard of that. There's games that games. There's movies that and TV shows that get made, produced, shown like to people, but it never gets put on television or never gets put on DVD or never gets put on a streaming service. They just like tax write-offs and they go off to the side, right? There's so many things behind the scenes of books, TV shows, movies, music, and video games that never see the light of day, that get canceled, and they spend millions of dollars on these things. So this is just a pinpoint, a data point of going, oh, well, they had 12 and they canceled 9 games, but this happens behind the scenes all the time. All the time. Let's see. Mo says, good morning, chat and Mike. What's going on, Mo? Altern says, by the way, from does 9 games, there was also not really a good one. So if you're telling me that if Helldivers 2 released after Concord, it might have gotten canceled. Yeah, timing's everything, right? We've gone over that as well, Altern, right? Certain games, timing is everything of when to, if you drop a game in October around something else, it might not do as good if you drop it in February when nothing's around it. Waterbear says games get canceled every day. Every day. There's so many games that get canceled you never hear the light of day of. You didn't even know they existed. They're just gone. Obviously, on point, though, what Kylo's saying, like 9 games are canceled. It's a big deal, but we know about it, right? If we didn't know about it, you'd be like, oh, okay, well, right? We know about the Star Wars games, and this is what happens when they announce things before they're ready. But the reason they announce certain things like 9 live service games or 12 live service games is not for us, the consumers. It's for investors, right? It just so happens that the media and other people follow it so closely. They write articles about it going, oh, well, they said to the investors that there's 12 live service games. I'm still surprised that Helldivers blew up. I think it was a perfect storm for that area, Jones, right? Because the first one didn't. It had, I think, 1 million sales. It was in February. It was what they were doing. It's the live service thing. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think it was a good timing for them. And for case in point, what Altern's saying, I think if Helldivers moved later in the year, it wouldn't do as well. All right, let's go on from the Sony one. This next one's kind of little close to home for me. I'm going to bring this up real fast. Let me find my other video that I made way back when it's got to be over a year ago, right? I think it's over a year ago. I made a video about World of Warcraft, which is one of my top performing videos on my channel, okay? I made a video of World of Warcraft well over a year ago, okay? And I said that World of Warcraft would come to console, right? I said they're going to use it to promote people to come to Game Pass, right? Now, the article that I'm going to read to you is going to show you that, well, I'm wrong, right? I'm wrong. Or am I? Okay, so let me find this real fast because I got to find out when I did it. It was back in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. World of Warcraft. I made the video all the way back. Man, was it like November of 2023? It was. Okay, it's a 6-minute long video on November 7th, 2023. Okay. And in this video, I talk about how I think that we're going to use it to try to basically push people to come to Game Pass and whatnot. So there was a leak, okay? There was a leak of Xbox clarifies World of Warcraft Game Pass rumors, okay? They crush it. They said, no, it's a mistake. This wasn't supposed to go out. So a lot of people don't know this, right? But there was a marketing email that went out to basically everybody, okay? And World of Warcraft is not coming to Xbox Game Pass with marketing emails claiming it was confirmed to be a mistake. Now, let me show you this. Now, that's all I read. I haven't read the article, right? I saw that and I was like, I got to talk about this, okay? This is the email that people, where is it? They showed an email, right here, okay? This is the email that was on Twitter that people got. Okay. Now, are you ready to plunder? Plunderstorm is back in World of Warcraft for a limited time with new rewards to earn. Okay. And look what it shows here. It shows, okay, console and it shows PC. Now, obviously, we know that World of Warcraft is not, okay, right, is not on Game Pass, okay, why would they make promotional marketing material where they put this, okay, and they put a console and a PC on the promotional thing? If it wasn't coming, okay, if it wasn't coming to Game Pass, why would they backtrack it so fast and be like, oh, it was a mistake? Okay, so let's read the article and see what they have to say about this. Okay, so if you guys like what I do here, we do this Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning to noon Eastern. If you're watching this over on Twitter, if you're watching it on X, whatever you want to call it, come on over, hit that like button, help us grow the channel. We're a very small channel, under 3,000 subscribers. Come on over. We have a good time. We just have a chat about stuff. And we, get a couple hours of your day to go by a little faster. All right. So Xbox clarifies World of Warcraft Game Pass rumors. Okay. Xbox has recently clarified that World of Warcraft is not coming to Game Pass, despite previous marketing emails showing the popular MMORPG as available on the subscription service. How big of a F up? What is there, a rogue employee that's like, ha, we're going to put it on there. I'm going to make it. And everyone's like, that wasn't supposed to go out until after E3. Okay. They're like, oopsie, maybe next year. Maybe they were going to do it at the end of this year to announce it for next year. But it's happening, folks. I believe it 100% that my video that I made well over a year and a half, okay, or it will be a year and a half, okay, that it's 100% coming on Game Pass, okay? So it says, this is surely a disappointing to World of Warcraft fans as the title requires a monthly subscription to play, and getting via Xbox Game Pass could potentially cheap alternative. It would also raise the price of Game Pass, okay? Not raise the price, but more people would come and play Game Pass, because if people are paying a monthly subscription for World of Warcraft, but they move them over, go watch my video. I'm not going to rehash what I said over a year ago. Okay. But if they could take those people and move them over to Game Pass, that's 30 million people. Boom. Big kick in for Game Pass. Okay. World of Warcraft is one of the most influential MMORPGs ever released. Launched in 2004, the game has had 10 major expansion packs so far, with the most recent one being War Within last year. Now, with around 7 million subscribers, World of Warcraft is still a huge moneymaker for Blizzard Entertainment. And some of the fans were also surprised to see that the game advertises available via Xbox Game Pass in recent emails sent out by Microsoft. Now, it says with around 7 million subscribers, when I say 30 million, there's 30 million people that at one time played or are on Blizzard.net. Okay, so that's how many people played, well over, okay? And if they can convert a percentage of those people over to Game Pass, that would be a huge win, not only for Microsoft, but also for Game Pass subscription service, okay? It says now that Xbox has officially clarified that World of Warcraft is not included in Game Pass on social media, the company's official profile confirmed that the email was a mistake. How do you make a mistake this big, right? A lot of people might look at this and go, it's not a big deal. But this was premature, in my opinion. Okay, obviously, they've come out and said, no, it's a mistake. It's not coming. It's not on there. Okay, and I say, I'm sorry, but you're lying to us. You're lying to us because the promotion material says otherwise. Okay, because why would you even make that promotional material? Okay, so as promised, to send correction email to all subscribers who originally received it, and this angered a few fans. However, who complained about not having World of Warcraft available via Game Pass, okay? He says, Xbox apologies for advertising World of Warcraft on Game Pass. Play World of Warcraft with Game Pass? People freaking out, right? It says, Microsoft, Xbox Game Pass, Xbox, so is WoW coming to Game Pass? Or is this just a bait email also showing Plunderstorm available on console? This was a mistake on our end. Sorry for the confusion. I don't think so. I see through you. I know it's coming. You know it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. They've been working on controller support for years. They bought over the company. I can't imagine Microsoft not taking advantage of paying $70 billion for a company and not taking advantage of a MMO, right? An MMO that you can actually play a monthly subscription and get people to come on over to Game Pass on PC. First is what my video said. Okay, so Blizzard World of Warcraft was accidentally included in a Game Pass email, even though it's not available with the service. A correction email will be sent to those who got the original email soon. After Microsoft purchased Activision Blizzard, a few games from the publisher were added to Xbox Game Pass back in November of 2024. For example, 2 Blizzard games were added to the Game Pass, StarCraft Remastered and StarCraft 2 Campaign Collection, with the subscription gamers also have access to other popular Blizzard games such as Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. However, many titles are still unavailable, and seems that World of Warcraft will continue to be one of them. Okay? For now. I see you. Okay? Fortunately, Xbox Game Pass has an incredible lineup of games on January 2025, even without World of Warcraft. This month has 3 day one releases, including Eternal Strands, Sniper Elite, and Citizen Sleeper 2. Star Wars Vector is the next few month titles, such as Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom of Dark Ages, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Don't forget, Orcs May Die. That's actually a pretty fun game. While an addition of World of Warcraft to Microsoft's popular subscription was not true, in a recent leak indicated 3 games coming to Xbox Game Pass in February 2025, including 1 Activision, 1 Blizzard title, and according to Insider Gamer, Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. Heroes of the Storm and Madden NFL 25 would be added to the server soon, with the last game being added via EA Play. Okay, so look, I can't imagine that you would send an email out and have this on the actual email, unless it was a template. And they're like, oh, yeah, we just put this out there. I can't imagine that this was a bad fuck up. I think this was premature. I think it's coming. Again, this is just my thoughts, my opinions. I have a video on World of Warcraft and why I think it's coming to console and coming to Game Pass PC first. Okay? But again, these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. What do you think? Do you think World of Warcraft is coming to console? Do you think it's coming to Game Pass? Let me know in the comment section down below if you're watching this after the fact. And let me know in the live chat what you guys think about World of Warcraft. How bad is this mess up that they sent out to tens of thousands, maybe millions of people, okay, that have World of Warcraft, that it's coming to Game Pass, and they're like, oopsie, just a small mistake. Please make sure you share, like, subscribe, and check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching. All right, chat. What do you think? Waterbear says, remember the people crying about signing up for the PlayStation accounts? Wait until they have to sign up for Xbox account in order to play. Well, I think they're already doing that with Battle.net. They already have your information. You know what I mean? Argus is a huge moneymaker for Microsoft Entertainment. Sarge says, right, a mistake, but your promotion material already made. Right. A little weird. Pepsi says, not saying this has happened, but maybe they have a template set for promo, clicked the wrong template, didn't proofread it, because who does that these days? You're absolutely right, Krebsy. That could have happened. That could have happened. Or, I can't wait. I can't wait for the time when they're like, oh, by the way, it's coming to Game Pass, PC Game Pass. It's included in your Ultimate Edition. They raised the price of the PC Ultimate Edition, okay, because they put the MMO on there as well, because it's more value. Okay, I can't wait to bring back this video after my last video from a year and a half ago to this video to them to show me that, once again, I've made a prediction and it comes true. Not many people made that prediction a year and a half ago. People now are like, oh yeah, World of Warcraft's coming. Roic says, WoW is coming to Xbox. It's just a matter of time. I thought that ever since the sale was final, they could also be crazy not to try and make that work. Right, Roic. Mo says they also forgot Ninja Gate in Black too. Right. Kylo says it should be on there already. Makes much sense. Well, you want to, as a business, Kylo, you want to slowly bring your catalog over. You don't want to just throw it. You don't want to throw it right away on there because you don't know what's in development, and you want to like slowly bring them out. Because if you throw it all on there once, and then all of a sudden games start getting delayed and getting pushed back, well, then you have this giant gap of uh-oh. You don't want to do that. Eclipse says you had to make a Microsoft account to be on Windows 10. Hilly says if it does come, they will need to revamp the controls, like default WoW doesn't work well on PC without add-ons. There's a lot of MMOs, Hilly, that work with controller. They've been actually working with controller to work with WoW for the last, I believe, 2.5 years, because we talked about it, I think, 3 years ago about controller support. Waterbear says, so the current players will be forced to pay for Game Pass at a higher price than what they're paying for to play the game now. So if the current players will be forced to pay for Game Pass at a higher price than what they're paying. No. So this is the way it would work, Water, right? If you want to play World of Warcraft with your service, and you just pay for World of Warcraft, and let's say, I don't know what the price is. Let's say it's $15, right? $15, right? Hilly says, yeah, subscription now is $15 a month, right? They want to give that. So if you're paying $15 just for World of Warcraft, but now you're paying $15 for Game Pass on PC, and it's already on Game Pass, right? So now you're paying $15. Now you're paying $15 not just for World of Warcraft, you're paying $15 and you get all these other things on Game Pass. That would be a smart move. Okay. They have full controller support. Is it official controller support? I know they were working on it. I don't know if it's official. I would have to go watch my video that I made that long ago. Let me see. I'm pretty sure. I said. Let me see. It's a 6-minute long video. We can speed through it. Because I'll be honest, I forgot what I said. But look, there's interest in this, right? There's 100% interest in this, right? I'm a very small channel, right? And I got 9,000 people watching this video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 30 NSG. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about World of Warcraft dev comments on possibilities of the game coming to the Look at this guy.
Before I get to this, if you like what we do,
This guy looks familiar.
Shows Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning till noon Eastern. So if you see us, you might be watching this after the fact. Maybe we're doing live right now. So come on by, hang out with us. But if you're not, make sure you hit the like button down below. It helps us out. We're trying to hit the 2,000
We're going to speed this up for a second. I want to see what I said.
Hit the subscribe button, and you can also, if you want to go above and beyond it, become a member as little as $5. We do uploads, we do live streams, we do podcasts, lots of content on this channel. So I appreciate you very much. All right, so World of Warcraft dev comments on the possibilities of the game coming to console. In a BlizzCon interview, Holly Longdale discussed the possibility of World of Warcraft coming to Xbox now that Microsoft acquisition is complete. He says, now that Blizzard Entertainment is part of Microsoft, many World of Warcraft players are wondering if Blizzard's
Okay, this is me just reading. Let's get past to this point right here.
Here's my thoughts, okay? I think before they bring World of Warcraft to the actual consoles, because they did have native control support now, I do believe that they bring World of Warcraft to Game Pass. And when I say Game Pass, I mean the Ultimate Game Pass. So I think they're going to bring it to Ultimate Game Pass for PC. So you can take, because look, let's be honest, Microsoft wants to hit 100 million subscribers. There's 129.
Is it the same shirt? Are you colorblind? You got to be colorblind, right, House? First of all, this is blue, and that's gray. I think you might be colorblind.
Million people, active, non-active, people that played World of Warcraft over the years. I don't know what the active is now, but there's 129 million people that have played World of Warcraft sometime in their life over the last 19 to 20 years. So I think, again, this is my...
Is that the same beard? Oh my God. The same beard?
Opinion. Okay, I think they bring World of Warcraft to Game Pass PC before they bring it to the consoles. I think that's the first step that they do to see what happens, because they want to get those people. They can take Activision Blizzard subscribers from World of Warcraft and merge those people into Game Pass, where they're paying the $17 a month. Okay, not only are they getting to play World of Warcraft with their subscription they were paying separately, but they would also get the extra Game Pass games as well on their console as well, right? So I think 100%...
Man, if it's one thing you get with me, okay, if it's one thing you get with me is fucking consistency, okay? That's over a year and a half ago, okay? Or a year and a couple months ago, okay? And I said the exact same thing, okay? Imagine someone actually saying something and sticking to it.
In my opinion, that they will bring it to the Ultimate Gaming PC rather than the console. Maybe 2 years from now, they'll bring it to console themselves, and this would be also be plausible as well, because they would get a lot more players coming into World of Warcraft world. But as we know, they have problems doing the... It took them years to do this with Elder Scrolls Online. They had shared servers, like the all Tamriel, I think it was called, where they merged. Before it was Xbox console by themselves and then PC by themselves. But
right, Jones, it's the same shirt, but faded. That's right. I put the color back into it and got it to wear it now. Yeah.
Now it's everybody on the same servers. Final Fantasy 14 also had this. The reason that they weren't on Xbox originally is because the server issue type of thing. Well, now I think they learned their lesson. I think when Final Fantasy 14 comes, when it comes in, it'll merge and they'll have their own servers, or they'll be where you can play PC, or, I'm sorry, PlayStation to Xbox and vice versa with crossplay, but we'll see when that bridge comes. Okay? I think World of Warcraft is going to do the exact same thing. I don't think that the problem is getting MMO on the consoles. We know that happens. Final Fantasy 14, Elder Scrolls Online, and there's many other MMOs out there that have been on console for now over a decade. So, World of Warcraft, 100% in my opinion, will be coming to Game Pass sometime down the road. I do think it hits the Ultimate Game Pass PC first, and then it'll come to consoles later. These are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. Please make...
Man, what a good thought process. Did you guys know that There's so many. Here, look at it. If you have never seen this, I have 62 comments, and most of these comments are people that are like, "There's no way. There's no way it's coming. It's never going to come. How would you even play the game? How would you play an MMO on console?" I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He says, say something and sticking to it proves 30 isn't an Xbox fan. They flip-flop their talking points basically weekly because they have weak morals. Yeah, I'll be honest, Krebsy, I'm really surprised that I remember what I said over a year and a half ago. I don't remember what I did last week sometimes, right? But every time I'm like, did we talk about this before? When certain articles come up, I ask you all the time. I'm like, and then you show me, inside the Discord, you're like, yeah, you talked about it over here. That guy talks fast. Yeah, 1.5 speed of me. Which, can I just tell you, if you guys are watching my stuff after the fact, okay, if you watch it at a 1.5 speed, I'm doing you a favor, okay? One, you get the content faster, and two, you can actually understand me because the way I speak, and when you speed it up to 1.5, it actually sounds a little bit better, right? It sounds actually a little bit better. So if you're watching after the fact, there's a little tip, okay? So if you don't want to listen to me as much, just hit 1.5. It actually works better. All right. Let's go to the next one. We're just moving along here. We got lots of stuff. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that World of Warcraft this was a mistake? Or do you think like, oopsie, this is false. It's not coming. Do any of you think that's true? Just like back in the day when they're like, we're not raising prices. We're not raising the price of gold. And then they raise the price of gold. We're not raising the price of Game Pass. And then they raise the price of Game Pass, right? Like, come on. Come on. Argus says Final Fantasy 14 Online has been on multiplayer, multiple console generations, has the same, has some of the best MMO control support ever. It's never been not possible. Oh, I know, Argus. People that tell me that, and then you have like New World, and then you have Final Fantasy 14. You have there's multiple MMOs that are on console that you can play, and people are just like, it'll never work. I don't know how it's gonna work. Waterbear says, what's funny, if you practice reading or listening at a faster speed, your brain is trained to actually comprehend more. It's a funny story about that, Water. When I used to play trumpet, you can't really do it with the saxophone, right? But because saxophone, you have to play with two hands, okay? But if you play trumpet, if you play a brass instrument, right? And let's say most people are right-handed when you play. There's left-handed ones, but if they're right-handed, and let's say you were playing a song with your right hand, if you played with your left hand and played it, you had to play it slower, right? So your brain would concentrate more that your left hand was doing it. And then when you went over to your right hand, you could play through it super fast, right? It was a trick I used to teach when I used to teach playing trumpet to kids in high school and stuff like that, where they're like, I can't get the scales down. I can't get this part down. I'm like, well, play with your left hand. And then when they played it, they would have to concentrate and move it. And then it was like muscle memory. And then when they went back to the right hand, fucking breeze through it. They like trained themselves. So it's 100% possible. Let's see here. Mo says, boot on next season is full effect. If you build it, they will come. You know what? Hold on a second. This is it's like a commercial break for Mo. It's a commercial break for Mo. Do you like Game Pass? Boot on next season is full effect. If you build it, they will come. Game Pass. Sorry. Final Fantasy isn't really a good example. Just like real life, they raise the price of gold every year. Yeah. But when it leaked out, though, my point is, Jones, when it leaked out, they're like, no, we're not raising prices. And then they raise the prices, right? So no, World of Warcraft is not coming to Game Pass. Orbiter says, my daughter is the first chair clerk Atlantic University. in the band. She plays trumpet. Well, there you go. Well, if she doesn't know, if she's ever having a problem, tell her to try with her left hand or her other hand, whatever it is. If she's having problems hitting certain parts of the song inside the music that they're playing. Krebsy says, I remember seeing rumors of WoW console in 2019. It's eventually going to happen. All right, the corporations love us. Yeah, Kurt, they love us. They're like, oh, yeah. Kylo says PlayStation PC Games PSN account will become optional for some titles. Players who opt in with the PlayStation account will enjoy added benefits like trophies and in-game content per PlayStation blog. Is that brand new, Kylo? Is that just came out? Or tell her to use AI. Kyle says change CEOs and already making moves. Yeah, like I said, I think they have to adapt and move. Right? And this is I've said this from years ago, and I know a lot of you, maybe 1% of you were here. I think it was like Dupless, maybe Krebsy. Okay, I said years and years ago on GXG, right? It's out there. You can go watch my past broadcasts on Spotify for all the episodes. I said that Sony needs to adjust and shift, right? They have to adapt. Otherwise, they're going to have problems. Shortly after I said that, they've adapted. They've made the Horizon was going on to PC. They started pushing stuff. They started going to live service. Like, there's things that they're doing and shifting and changing. They started making movies, right, based on the video games. So lots of stuff that they've done. But it's not as quick moving. None of these companies, none of these corporations are where if something happens, they can make a quick change, right? It's not like Epic when they changed Fortnite from Save the World to Battle Royale. It's not that fast. These large corporations, when they make a move, it's like turning a tanker. You know what I mean? Like, not a tank, a tanker in the water. It takes really a long time for that thing to change course and get back on track, right? And that's what's happening with all these corporations. Once they make a decision, they have to stick with it, make that change, and then it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get back on track. Buddha Papa says, WoW has got stuff they have been working on. WoW will also be coming to PC Game Pass soon, I think, when the console version soon. I said it in that video, and I'll stick with it. I think it comes to Game Pass PC first, and within 2 years. Now, that was November of 2023, so by this end of this year, beginning of next year, I said it'll be on console. So we'll see. All right. Going from that story about World of Warcraft to the next story, which is Microsoft was #1 games publisher in the world last month. I hate articles like this, but you got to read it. You got to read it and see what it is. It's just funny because Microsoft was #1 games publisher in the world last month, right? I'm the most watched streamer this 10 seconds. And that's not true, but go fact check me. How would you fact check me? You know what I mean? Like, by the time you go do that, I'd be like, whatever. You know, it's just ridiculous. #1 movie at the box office, but it's only the movie that came out in the box office, right? Bestseller, it's the only book that came out, right? No other major thing came out. So congratulations. You were the #1 games publisher in the world last month. Fantastic. So if you like what I do here, we do this Monday through Thursday. Talk about gaming stories, entertainment stories, give you my thoughts and opinions on these things. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. So Microsoft was the #1 games publisher in the world last month. Nearly 0.5 billion, $500 million, okay, was spent on Xbox games across Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox in December. Okay, I wonder if that has to do with, I don't think Game Pass was included in that. I think there's like sales, right? So $465 million was spent on Microsoft games over December, making the company the world's biggest publisher across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. That, according to the data from Ampri, which also includes sales of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is one of the biggest games over the holiday period. It also includes the release of Indiana Jones: The Great Circle, which launched in December. But it was also Call of Duty that delivered the majority of the success, and Call of Duty HQ, which includes Black Ops 6, attracted 38 million monthly users in November of 2024. It says that also the game is up strongly for December. Microsoft has also been putting increased focus on multi-format strategy, and 64% of the consumer spending on Microsoft titles in December was on PlayStation formats driven by Call of Duty. Man, not to say that the majority of PlayStation fans are like Sony ponies, but the Sony ponies have to be like upset about this, right? If 64% of your consumers spending on Microsoft titles in December was on PlayStation, and yet PlayStation people are the ones saying that Xbox is dead, my brain's hurting from the statements that comes from people's mouths like this. Okay, so Ampri, butcher all the names. I'm ridiculous when it comes to that. Says that Microsoft comfortably ahead of second place Electronic Arts, which generated $366 million over the same period. Now, EA's performance was driven by EA Sports FC 25, which delivered big numbers. Okay, smaller than what it did last year. Now, the data also revealed that 30 million hours were spent playing Fortnite on Christmas Day. Woo! 30 million hours spent on Fortnite on Christmas Day. Jesus. Meant that the average Fortnite gamer spent 2.3 hours on the game on that day. 20 million hours were also spent on Call of Duty games during December 25th. Wow, that's a lot of PlayStation people playing a Microsoft game on their PlayStation. Congratulations. The two big talking points of the month were Marvel Rivals, which brought in 29 million monthly active users over the December, while Path of Exile generated 148 million, and the firm estimates that both of these success made December a big month for Chinese publishers, which also growing their influence in the global gaming industry. There's also 4 key Chinese publisher games that drove the numbers last month, including Marvel Rivals NetEase, Path of Exile Tencent, Infinite Nikia, Paper Games, and Delta Force Tencent. As a result of those titles, Chinese game publisher Tencent, number 5, and NetEase, number 9, entered monthly rankings for the first time. It says, quote, the growing global scale of major Chinese publishers adds a new dynamic to the console and PC gaming market, and it's inevitable means that added competition is what is already a hyper-competitive industry. Also, researchers director Piers Harding Rolls. According to the recent NPD data, PlayStation 5 console sales are tracking ahead of PlayStation 4 in the US, while Xbox Series console sales lag behind the Xbox One, highlighting that the widening gap between the machines, which is not really even a thing anymore. See, I have a question. Why, when they bring up the statements like this, why don't they ever put, like, Nintendo into the conversation? Why don't they put Nintendo in the conversation? Why do you always put this console versus that console when you know that there's a big margin to make it seem like it's bigger? You should put all the consoles, right? You should put like, oh, well, PlayStation's ahead of Xbox, but Nintendo's also ahead of PlayStation and Xbox, right? Like, you got to put all the information there. But then you'll get people like, well, the Switch was out a couple years before. It doesn't matter. The statement here, okay, according to recent data, okay, well, that's ahead of PlayStation 4. Cool, right? And the Xbox console sales are down, but the Switch is up, right? It's the second most console ever bought. It's going to surpass the PlayStation, probably, okay? Maybe, likely. If not, it's the second most console ever made. But they won't compare themselves to that. They always put that. And I'm not saying them because Sony's not writing this. At least you would hope not. Okay. So last week, Microsoft gaming CEO Phil Spencer said the media rounds discussing where Xbox console hardware fits within the new, more open approach of multi-platform game development, which we watched a video yesterday with Destin Laguirre. Great interview with Phil Spencer. I thought it was good. I thought good questions were asked. I think good answers were given as well. Corporate speak, but still good answers within there. So great information here. It's number 1 last month. Let's see if it can be month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5. When you start getting to those numbers and more people are spending money month after month over on your platform, then it's news. But these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. If you like what I do here, please make sure you share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. All right. Let's see. What are you guys saying? A clip says people really buy PlayStation because of first-party games. Kylo says, exactly, Dolphin. They have to announce something today about it. delay news something. Kurt says PlayStation fanboys have their answers. 30. Just ask. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird to me, Kurt. Again, I'm not an Xbox guy. I'm just a gamer. I just, the words that people say out of their mouths, I don't think they actually hear themselves. They just speak so they can get thumbs up or likes or engagement and stuff. They actually truly don't believe what they say. Because if they did, if you're one of the people that said, "Oh, Xbox is dead," and you're buying Call of Duty on your PlayStation, the connection points it's got to be broke, right? The connection points have to be broke. Eclipse says PlayStation is just like Apple. People buy it because they don't want to be made fun of. It's like not having skins Fortnite. Oh, so funny story. My wife contacted me yesterday, right? Because one of her coworkers, so it doesn't really matter about the story, but someone bought someone else, their kids, okay, but they're separated, bought their kids a PlayStation. The kid is 9 years old, and the dad bought a PlayStation for his son, right? So my wife calls me and says, because she doesn't really pay attention to what we have, right? And she's like, my coworker's asking, she's got to buy games now for PlayStation, and they're expensive. I said, uh-huh. And she's like, what games are good for kids? I said, well, there's Astrobot. There's a bunch of games. I said they have PlayStation Plus and whatnot. And she's like, well, what's PlayStation Plus? I'm like, well, it's got games or whatnot. I was like, there's a lot of games on there. It's good. I said, she goes, well, what do we do? I go, we do Game Pass. I was like, Game Pass. I was like, you get an S, right? So bought him a $500 system, right? The X or the S, or I'm sorry, the X or the PlayStation 5 is $500, right? And she's like, well, what does our son play? I was like, oh, he plays on the S. I was like, he plays on the S and he has got Game Pass. So if he doesn't like a game, like, he just play. I said the best option for her, instead of buying a $70 game every month, and then if he doesn't like it, is to get PlayStation Plus. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it's people, and the reason that I brought that up is because Eclipse just said PlayStation is like Apple. People buy it because it's like this like you're wearing Nike Jordans and stuff like that. It's like a symbol, right? Well, not everything is right for the right person. Now, maybe the 9-year-old's a massive gamer, but he's not, because he's never played before. But obviously, the dad bought him because the dad probably likes games. Like, I want to play PlayStation, and PlayStation's good, so he bought that for his kid. And now the mom he lives with doesn't know anything about the games, is lost, okay? And she doesn't have a lot of money to spend on stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'll keep you updated. You have to qualify time with game now rather than sales. Weird, right? Yeah, it's weird. Kylo says that this is what they did with albums now. Sales are now just the amount of time it was played. Right. Well, they do that with the streaming services. Did you guys see this story? Right? The Acolyte was the #1 most watched Disney Plus show last year. But in other news, Acolyte was the lowest show ever watched of any streaming show ever created at that point. So think about that. One article could run and say that Acolyte was the most watched show of 2024, but in the same article, they could put it was the lowest watched show of all shows that were on Disney Plus. Okay? So people are mad. Why did they cancel The Acolyte if it was the #1 show in 2024? Well, idiots, it's because nobody watched it. Just because it was #1, okay, doesn't mean it was good. It just means nothing else came out that year, and it was all shit. These are facts, right? Krebsy says they had 30% skim off of everything that cost them nothing, no porting costs, no marketing, no development costs, and the games Sony shouldn't be getting, but are now because Xbox said buy exclusives. Mo says, I'm an Xbox guy, and they're contributing to my Xbox game habit. Sarge says, too young, and he hates his wife. Well, to be honest, Sarge, they're not married because they're like divorced or baby daddy. I have no idea. So they're not married. So Dolphin says, paid by Disney. Kids should be okay with the PlayStation Plus, but might be better off with Game Pass. It all depends, right? I'm not going to say... the reason I brought it up is because of what Eclipse said. Like, people look at it as a status thing, and someone bought it for his son probably didn't do a lot of research, just thought it was a cool box, right? Because that's the walk into a GameStop, hey, I want to buy a console. Which one's better? Oh, well, the PlayStation. You know what I mean? Not asking the questions of like who's it for, you know, what is the, especially if you buy the box and you're handing it off to your ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever it is, and then they have to pay for it, you know, that type of stuff. Krebsy says, where's the camera? Am I being punked? Is this MTV? For what, Krebsy? For the Acolyte stuff? No, it's true. Altern says, I bet that Paul Tassi wrote Acolyte was the most watched show, and everyone else wrote at least watched show. I know, yeah, but it was the least watched show at that time. Okay, actually, Skeleton Crew is actually less than that now. Okay, but so that's why it was the most watched show, right? Skeleton Crew did worse than Acolyte because of Acolyte. Acolyte was so bad, people stopped. They didn't want to watch the Skeleton Crew, so that became the #1 show of last year. Waterbear says PlayStation Plus is Game Pass. The only difference is that you can play Game Pass everywhere. To be honest, you don't need to have Xbox for Game Pass, but just buy Game Pass and take the PlayStation back. Well, here's the thing, and I can't answer this, and maybe you guys can because I don't have PlayStation Plus. Are there I know there's indie games and stuff on there, smaller games. Is there a lot of kid games on PlayStation Plus? I don't know. I'm asking. Okay, is there a lot of games that are for kids under 10 on PlayStation Plus? Credit says Destiny is the most played video game with a character named Zavala, but it's reaching record low player count. Right? Well, that's exactly right. I'll see if I could find it. I want to actually do the story on it, but we're not. We're not going to do the story on that. At least not today, because I have to go look it up and stuff. But I saw it and I was like, the Acolyte was the worst show watched, but it was the best watched show. And people were like, well, why did it get canceled? Okay. So off with that. And now we have two videos here. We got No Man's Sky Worlds Part 2 Deep Dive, and we have No Man's Sky Worlds Part 2 Update Trailer. One is 6 minutes, and one is 1 minute and 40 seconds. Which one do you want to watch first, the deep dive or the trailer? Probably the trailer, right? Let's do the trailer first. Do the trailer. All right. If you guys like what I do here, we watch videos, cover news stories. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. Here we go.
This is No Man's Sky version 5.5. Billions of new stars and planets have appeared across the universe. A new lighting system brings incredible detail. Epic new gas
Got gas giants. Okay.
giants loom huge across the universe.
Fishing achievements. New terrain.
Terrain is more detailed and varied than ever, with huge mountains
Abandoned
and
mode.
dramatic landscapes.
Deep
New
oceans.
biomes mean planets are more varied than ever before. Water reacts physically to the world around it, from raindrops to large waves. A new adventure awaits, tying together many strands of lore. Oceans several kilometers deep are out there to be explored. Discover a rare new living starship.
Ooh, that's cool. New weather hazards? That's pretty cool.
Gas giants can be explored by the most advanced of players. Our journey continues.
All right. Let's go to the second video, which is a deep dive.
Last year, we released Worlds Part 1, and it was just the beginning.
Just the beginning. So is this the end or is this the middle?
We can't wait to show people what we've been working on. New solar systems, new planets.
Can I just say, Sean, fan, love the game. Okay. But God damn it, I don't have time. I don't have time to go back and play your game, man. There's so many games that are coming out. This is a first world problem, okay? Right? This game is so goddamn massive, and it's got so many good things that you've added to it, and I just can't fit it in. It's like I want to play it, but it's like scratching the surface. If I sit down and play it on stream, okay, I can't even break through it. I'm like, well, this is the one planet, the one planet that we saw. And thanks for watching. It's like 4 hours in. We've done absolutely nothing. Roadkill, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Appreciate you. Okay. Like, I can't get into it again because I'm like, I gotta put like a month. I gotta put like a month into this just to get it. Okay. Just to understand. Let me put that up on there. So, gifted membership. Thank you very much, Roadkill.
New terrain. New adventures. No Man's Sky is a game that we all truly love.
Altern says 1 month. Maybe you'll be able to. If not, you'll need at least 2. Right. Altern, you could literally like fly off this mountain and like go over here and explore this area, and that would take you an hour and a half. You'd be like, oh, what's this? Oh, there's a base over here. Like, you could literally 1 square mile and never leave that area, and that could be the entire time you're playing No Man's Sky. Meanwhile, they have 18 quintillion planets. They're adding more stuff to it. It's insane. Go on, Breakchild. Going back to No Man's Sky for a bit. Good luck. I want to. I like playing when we played together. It was fun.
Our next update is called Worlds Part 2. Across the universe, we're adding billions of new solar systems.
Okay, stop. We gave shit to Todd Howard because he said there's 1,000 planets in Starfield. Okay? This man just said across the universe, we're adding billions of new solar systems. What? Play the button.
You serious?
Stop it. Get some help.
A billion. Billions with an S. Billions. The universe will be adding billions of new solar systems. No, there's no microtransactions in this, Dolphin. There's 0 microtransactions in this game.
And trillions of new planets. It allows us to push the boundaries of our engine with new technology. Introducing new biomes and terrains without changing what people already love about the game.
Yeah, no, this game, look, No Man's Sky, when it came out, was the laughing stock of 2016. I loved it. I put 200 hours into the laughing stock of the game. Since 2016, they have nonstop. They went dead silent for 2 years. Okay? Remember this. The reason No Man's Sky suffered, okay, back in 2016 was because of Sony. Sony pushed them out to before they were ready. They had a 2-year contract with them, and then once they left the 2-year contract with Sony, they added the first update. And since that time, in 2018 to today, It's been an insane ride if you're a No Man's Sky fan, because they've added so much. 4 years ago, I said, stop giving us free stuff. You could make money from this. They made so much money. We did an article, I think about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Okay. There was an article or a post that No Man's Sky made so much money that they wouldn't have to charge for anything for 12 years. Okay. $0 for 12 years because they made so much money. And because they make more money every time they make this update, people buy it. It's insane. It's one of the greatest stories. Sarge talks about the greatest comeback story is Epic with Fortnite, the way they shifted so fast after 7 years of development of Save the World to Battle Royale. It is. But this is one of the best stories, and this is why there's a term, have that No Man's Sky moment.
It's now so far beyond what we ever thought was possible when we started out.
Yeah, it's probably out right now, Drummond. I would assume, because every time he shows something, it's usually ready to go.
I've been working on a new terrain system for a little while now. Terrain is more detailed, far more varied, with huge mountains and these massive features.
Somebody could start a channel. Somebody could start a channel if they had the time and just play No Man's Sky, and you would have a small channel for a bit. But if you're just constantly playing it, you would have a nice fan base, and you would have plenty of content. Plenty of content.
I'm genuinely at my happiest working on this stuff. The team is... we're extreme.
Kraken says they shouldn't have signed the contract if it wasn't enough time. They literally pushed them out the door, Kraken. They literally pushed him out the door. Made him go on talk shows and hype up the stuff. He said things that he wasn't supposed to say, right? Lesson learned. Now, look at him. Now he says things once they're done.
Extremely busy on Light No Fire. Each time.
Wait a minute. He switched over.
We're extremely busy on Light No Fire.
I think they're one and the same. I think they're one and the same. I think that this game, we've said this before in the past, this game takes place within the No Man's Sky universe.
Each time we push our engine to new places, though, we have this urge to share it with the community.
And we've talked about this in the past. We think that No Man's Sky now is the testing ground for what they're going to put in Light No Fire.
With No Man's Sky. Gas giants are truly epic. 10 times bigger than our biggest planet.
I'm sorry, what did he just say?
No Man's Sky. Gas giants are truly epic. 10 times bigger than our biggest planet.
10 times bigger than the biggest planet.
It's truly sort of endgame stuff to explore them with huge
How do you land on a gas giant?
storms that rage across the surface. New tech allows oceans that can be several kilometers deep. A new lighting system makes them look so different with new caustics, light shafts, and the deeper that you explore, the darker it gets.
That's cool. I'm never going there. I'm never going down there.
I've had these moments where you're
Why aren't you using the submarine?
exploring and suddenly some huge creature comes into view, and it's just incredible.
Right. Think about that, though, Altern. Just the underworld water on one planet is what Subnautica is, but 100 times, if not 1,000 times bigger. And that's just one planet.
Every element of our lighting has been rewritten. Shadows show more details, light flickers through the leaves. Caves they're dark and immersive. Oceans now reflect the clouds and stars to create these beautiful sunsets and night skies. Water reacts physically to the world around it. Creatures wade through it. There's little dipples in the rain. There's large waves as ships fly overhead. Sometimes there's these moments where a ship just flies past the still ocean and water ripples underneath, and it's just so peaceful to watch. In the depths of the ocean and on land, there's these new creatures to discover. I think we've gone probably weirder than ever before. When you land on a planet, all the tech.
I have a question, because I own the game. Bought it twice, by the way. Okay. It's on Game Pass, or is it not on Game Pass? Right? It's on Game Pass, right? This game alone is worth Game Pass.
It combines to create an emotion. That feeling of knowing that no one has ever been on this world before. I think it's what makes this game really special. There's tons of new gameplay too. There's this huge quest that ties together some strands that we've been building for years. We've got an expedition that takes you on a tour of all the new worlds that we're building. And it's got some incredible rewards. This is the 9th year since release, and I think we're probably doing things the community never thought would happen.
Look at the difference between Destiny year 10 and No Man's Sky going to year 9. One charges microtransactions galore. Okay. Player base fell off. Company almost went bankrupt. They had problems. They had to turn around for Destiny 2. They got sold off. Okay. For their live service aspect. And meanwhile, Hello Games, fraction of the developers, okay, made a live service game, and it's not even a live service. They don't charge anything. There's no microtransactions any way, shape, or form, right? So you have on one hand, you have, well, the lights have to stay on. Destiny and Bungie have to charge microtransactions every single time. And then you have Hello Games. Hello. Just buy the game. Both games around for 10 years. One of them charges you up the ass, and the other one says, enjoy our game.
I honestly can't wait for people to play.
Yeah. Dolphin says, hey, I got Star Wars and Destiny now, 30. That's right. Enjoy your Destiny is so boring that they had to make it Star Wars. That you can't see, which Eclipse said in the beginning. You can't see. You got to go to third person or hold a sword in your hand like Hilly said, okay, and go enjoy the game in third person now so you can see the skin that you just paid for $15 for. Useless, overbloated studio, man. I'm telling you. I've been saying it for almost 7 years of the 10 years that Bungie's been there. Okay? Now, obviously, they're two completely different games, right? Two completely different games. But I just love, they're like, well, we need to charge for this. Gotta keep the lights on. Gotta keep the lights on. Hello Games is like, yeah, here's our 21st update in 8 years. And yeah, everything's free. Just buy the game and play it how you want. You can play it as long as you want. There's no microtransactions. We're putting events in there. Like, it's a live service game with no microtransactions. That or general mismanagement of funds, or both. Or both. Both can be simultaneously true. All right, we got that. All right. The other story I'm going to talk about, this is entertainment purposes, like not entertainment like for just for show. Like this is part of the entertainment industry, okay? So the other day we went to the movies, okay? We went to the movies and we saw Sonic the Hedgehog 3, okay? And my wife saw the trailer for Captain America, you know, The Brave New World. And she's like, "Oh, when does that come out?" I said it comes out in like a couple weeks. And she's like, "What?" Like, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. I was like, "No, you probably heard about it before." She's like, "No, I haven't heard about it." Right? She goes, "Why are they doing such late on advertisement for it?" I said, "Well, they're not doing late." I was like, "You probably just didn't see it." I said, they've been doing advertisement for it about 3 months, 4 months or whatever. Right? Like more and more. And she's like, "Well, it comes out in 2 weeks. I don't think anyone's going to see it." I said, well, yeah, we'll see." I said 4 reshoots for the movie. Okay. They filmed it, showed it off. People didn't like it. So they went back, filmed it again, changed it. It almost sounds like a Skull and Bones situation, but with Brave New World, right? With this. Okay. Now, this article comes from that Park Place. It says Captain America's Brave New World star Anthony Mackie tells European audience that character should not represent America. Now, I don't know what the article's about, okay? But I can tell you right off the bat, because I did see this clip, okay? And these people have lost their collective minds, okay? Because they have to make everything about the current day, okay? If I asked you, chat, what or who is Captain America? What does Captain America stand for? Okay. Captain America stands for the values, okay, of what America stands for. Okay. So let me play you this clip and then I'll read the article because I haven't read the article. Okay, let me play you this clip.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like,
what does that mean? What does that mean? America shouldn't be one of those representations. Like, what are we talking about? You're playing the character Captain America, and Captain America was created during the time frame of when we were at war with other countries. Okay, and that Captain America's values is what America stands for. Okay, like I just don't understand. Let me continue.
It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity.
Okay.
Someone
So are you saying that America doesn't have those values?
Who is trustworthy and dependable.
So you're saying that America isn't these things?
Are
you talking about the country, or are you talking about a specific person? Because there's a big difference if how you feel about a person that's running the country or the government or not, but the core of what America is, the land of the free, the values that we have is completely different. Okay?
It's kind of, this is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons
awesome.
to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there.
That's correct. And what you're doing right now is shattering that dream of what Captain America is.
Stick is really a sword, and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day, somebody told him, no, there are no dragons. That's not a sword.
And that's an evil person, right? Let kids be kids.
And that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
Okay. So let's read what he says here. So Captain America, Brave New World, star Anthony Mackie tells European audience characters should not represent America. Okay. Anthony Mackie, the actor currently portraying Captain America in Captain America's Brave New World, has stirred up some controversy in recent comments that many views dismissive of the character's foundational connection to the United States. In a press event held at the Hotel Dia Villa in Rome, Italy, Mackie claimed that European audience Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think a term of America should be one of those representations. It's about a man who keeps his word, or who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Well, apparently you have none of those, okay? This statement comes at a particularly opportune time, just a week after the inauguration of President Donald Trump. With the new U.S. president just sworn in and one of the who ran in patriotic America First platform, it seems tone deaf for an actor playing a literal symbol of the United States to suggest that Captain America should embody the ideas of America. Mackie comments have left many wondering if he's saying America is no longer a place where men keep their word. Does it believe in the country's lack of honor and dignity? All right. So the backlash has been swift, with critics accusing Mackie of pandering to a European audience by undermining the very essence of Captain America while promoting a film overseas. Mackie went on to describe the character as someone who is trustworthy and dependable. For many fans, those traits align perfectly with the ideas of the United States and perfectly very principles of Captain America has always been meant to embody. However, Mackie remarks suggest that stark disconnect from the interpretation. Now, of course, this isn't the first time Mackie has casted doubt on Captain America connection to America. Ahead of the release of Disney Plus show Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Mackie expressed discomfort with the idea of taking the mantle of Captain America. In an earlier interview, he stated that the fear of representing a country who doesn't represent you, then why are you taking the part, man? Why are you taking the part? Are you taking the part because you're under contract? Are you taking the part because you're getting paid a shit ton of money? I mean, why are you taking the part? You just said that it was a dream of yours to become, right, when you were a kid. And now here you are, and you're doing everything against what you thought you liked, okay? So you know what something is that not only unfathomable, but you heard to overcome. My dad always used to say, greatness is as far as you can see it. There's limitations that we also place on ourselves because of our surroundings. And you know, it did that myself, and definitely what the Sam Wilson goes through. Now, while Mackie's personal experience may inform his perspective, many fans believe that the statement missed a broader point of Captain America as a symbol. From the character's inception of Steve Rogers, Captain America's original alter ego has stood to the American dream. Four principles enshrined in the Constitution is also unyielding belief that America can also and should strive to be better. For Mackie, a suggestion that Captain America doesn't or shouldn't represent America in a viewed by many of the fundamental misunderstandings of the character's core purpose. Marvel has also been historically timid about promoting Captain America overseas. The original film in the franchise, Captain America: The First Avenger, was originally released in Russia, Ukraine, and South Korea as simply The First Avenger. That's right. This is the exact same thing the company, Disney, preaches to you all the time, telling you that they're better than you. They're better than you, right? And they're not the wrong ones. Hence why Captain America, but overseas it's The First Avenger. They don't want to tell you because of America's bad, America bad, right? Even though the character they're making money off of in America, based off Captain America, okay, they have no problems doing that, okay? So it says Mackie's comments have sparked widespread outrage online, and with the fans calling for a boycott of Captain America: Brave New World. Now, look, you boycott whatever you want. I just think it's tone deaf of somebody to speak about stuff like this when the person that you're playing is Captain America. Captain America has these values. He doesn't have the values of the specific person that you do or don't like inside of a country. He represents what the country was built on. That's why he's Captain America, okay? So it says this is also a major blow to the film that is already facing significant challenges, including low pre-sale numbers. Waning fan interest in the box office projects well below the profit margin for film with the success or such a massive budget. Now, adding fuel to the fire, recent reports suggest that Brave New World has undergone 4 costly rounds of reshoots. Okay, sort of like Skull and Bones, as I said, in the video game space. Okay, disastrous test screenings. Industry insiders estimate the film's true production cost is between $350 to $375 million, far higher than the $180 million figure recently floated by Deadline. 180 was the original shoot date, right? But after 4 reshoots, they're up to 350 to 375, meaning that this movie, okay, is actually costing them around $600 million after marketing. Hence why, when my wife said, are they marketing this movie? And I said, yeah, they are. They're probably not marketing as much because they can't afford it. They can't put money into it more, so it's probably costing them around $450 million, meaning it has to make somewhere of upwards to $650 to $800 million, and there's no way in hell this movie is going to do this, okay? In my opinion, he's just fanning the flames, okay, because you're not getting people to come see your movie talking about it in this way. It says, while marketing expenses likely double the overall cost, the movie will now need to gross close to $1 billion. That's about $400 million more than I think they should make, okay? Just to break even. Nearly impossible task given the lackluster buzz and controversial lead actor. Now, the controversy surrounding Mackey's comments of Brave New World troubled productions are embellishment of the larger issue at Marvel Studios. The franchise has been facing diminishing returns at the box office in films and the Eternals, and the Marvels underperforming significantly. Both movies face similar criticism, focusing more identity, politics than strong storytelling, right? Why do we always have to connect this movie to the current situation that's happening in the world? Okay? You don't. Just make a movie. Make a game, sell a game. Make a movie, sell a movie. Okay? Marvel has also faced backlash for mishandling the iconic character. Chris Evans' portrayal of the Captain America resonated with the audience because it struck a perfect balance between patriotism and heroism. Embodying the ideas of America while acknowledging the complexities and the flaws, many fans feel that Marvel's new approach, including Mackey's controversial statement, undermines what made the character who beloved in the first place. Okay, with Captain America: Brave New World set to release on February 14th, the studio now faces an uphill battle to win over the audience. Okay, now he said this, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Right, this video right here was like a couple days ago. Okay. This article was written on the 28th, which was yesterday. This article, okay, which is written today, 29th, okay? So, Captain America: Brave New World star Anthony Mackie downplays character's race in shocking about-face about Disney Marvel. Now, think about this, right? You're speaking in front of somebody. You give them your opinion on what you think the Captain America stands for and what it is. And now, I haven't read this article, but the article says that he about-faced, meaning he went against what he said originally. So let's read it, shall we? So let's read it. So Anthony Mackie, the star of Captain America: Brave New World, made comments to appear significant dramatic shift in Marvel and Disney's usual identity focus messaging around race. Speaking about the importance of the character's race, Mackie stated, "I feel like it's just as important for black kids to see black Captain America as it is for white kids." I have a question for you. I know a lot of you guys are black, okay? And when you were reading comic books when you were a kid, okay, now obviously, would you like to see more characters of yourself? Sure. But did you guys like Captain America because he wasn't black, right? Or did you just like Captain America because Captain America, he was cool. He was punching Nazis in the face, okay? You were that kid that he said in the other video with a sword outside, slaying dragons. You grabbed a piece of cardboard, put it on your arm, and pretend that you were Captain America bashing Nazis in the backyard, right? We all have that connection of comic books are fun. Comic book get our brains going. Comic books make us be kids and have fun while we're doing stuff, right? When you're a kid, okay, you don't care about color. You don't care. Roadkill says, so you know a lot of us are black? Yeah, because you guys tell me you're black. Multiple times when in Discord and whatnot, you're like, well, I'm black and I'm not offended, right? So multiple, and I can see pictures as well, okay? So those people, okay, when they were kids, just like a white kid, we just wanted to be a superhero. That's it. There was no color barrier. Okay, you don't learn that shit until you get older, and then they tell you people are racist and this guy is bigoted and stuff like that. But when you're kids, you're just kids. You're just playing in the backyard, and you're reading your comic books and playing your video games and smashing toys together. He said it on stage. That's what he was a kid. But then they're told, no, you can't be that. That's what he's saying. Okay, so he went on to add on that it's very important for kids of all races to be able to watch something they have someone to look up to, and no matter what they look like. That's correct. And see that the package comes in good human being opposed to what they also be perceived as by everyone else. These remarks as stark departure from the themes of Falcon and Winter Soldier, which leaned heavily on the identity politics and centering of much narrative around Sam Wilson's struggle as a black man taking on the mantle of Captain America. Okay, Mackey's latest comments stand in contrast in the earlier statements he made in the lead up to The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. At first, at the time, he described concerns about talking about the role of Captain America, stating that the fear of representing a country who doesn't represent you was something that not only is unfathomable, but also hard from overcoming. He connected the personal experience to his character, saying that there's limitations in the place of ourselves because of surroundings. And then, I did that to myself, and identify if Sam Wilson goes through. In the earlier narrative framed that Sam Wilson journeyed was one rooted in racial identity, a theme that ultimately alienated audiences, and the week's comments, however, suggested a different approach, emphasizing universal values like integrity and humanity over race identity. Okay, this shift might actually be the shift back to the Marvel star, as Mackie has a history of being critically to racial pandering. In 2015, during a discussion about Marvel's Black Panther, Mackie pushed back on the notion that the film needed a black director. He says, I don't think that it's important at all, Mackie told the Daily Beast back in 2015. As a director, your job is to tell a story. You know that they didn't get the horse directed in Seabiscuit, and the thing that they don't think is the race of the director, who has also doing with their abilities to tell a story. I think it's all about the director's ability to be able to relate it to the story and to do the justice. I think a man can direct women, and two of my greatest work experiences were female directors, so I think it all depends. The timing of Mackie's remarks raised questions about whether or not it's part of the broader strategy by Disney to mitigate the controversy backlash. The MCU recent focus on racial and political themes has drawn criticism by the fans and who feel the storytelling has actually taken a backseat to ideological messaging by shifting the focus away from the race and emphasizing on universal values. Mackie's comments could also be part of the calculated effort to reframe the Brave New World in a way to appeal in a broader audience. However, these remarks come in the same week as Mackie's divisive statement of Captain America shouldn't represent America, right? It's like a complete 180 turn when he said it. He's like, hey, what you said on that stage, you got to do, we got publicists coming, you got to say something different because you're killing the movie already dead. Okay. Speaking at this press conference in Rome, Mackie said that Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term America should be in those representations. It's about a man who keeps his word and who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Well, apparently you don't have any of those things because you flip-flop faster, okay, than a flip-flop, okay? The comments have already sparked outrage, and the fans accusing Mackie to misunderstanding Captain America's core symbolism. For decades, Captain America stood for representation of idols of the U.S. Constitution, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Critics argue that the separating Captain America from the values undermines the character's essence and alienates the audience and views him as a patriotic symbol. With the conflicting statement about race, representation, patriotism, and the messaging surrounding Captain Marvel, Brave New World feels increasingly disjointed. As the film releases, date approaches, and controversy surrounding the lead actor's comments could further complicate a movie's already a precarious position in the franchise struggling to recapture its former glory. So, look, they can't help themselves. I don't know if it's Mackie. I don't know if it's his publicist. I don't know if it's Disney himself. I don't know if it's Bob Iger. I don't know if it's Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know who it is, but they have to get off this horse. They have to get off this wagon of pushing identity politics and stuff like that. Just make a movie. Can there be politics in a movie? Yes. Can there be things to learn? Yes. But they constantly want to make you feel that you're the bad guy when all I want to do is I just want to watch a movie. I just want to be entertained. I want to be that 5-year-old in the backyard playing Captain America or Spider-Man or Iron Man or anything else. I just want to be entertained. I do not want to be preached or lectured to as I'm doing right now in this video, okay? All I want to do is watch a movie and be entertained, but these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Please make sure you share, like, subscribe, and if you like it, hit and check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching. It's idiotic. It's idiotic. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. Captain European. Snow White debacle part 2 on our hands, boys. It's so weird, Argus. I just don't get it. Argus says 30. That's like where we were playing Marvel Rivals, and I said the guy 9N, the enemy team, is Captain Communist, and the Captain America, that's this guy. Yeah, yeah. Mo says Captain America. Captain America in the idea of bigots. Kurt says. Robert Jones says he has to be in acting in that interview. It makes no sense to me. It's just like, how hard is it to be like, what does Captain America mean to you? Man, when I was a kid, I loved playing Captain, pretending to play Captain America, and this is a dream of mine that I get to represent and to have fun with the character and take this character and, you know, beat up bad guys, you know, make it fun. No, they're like, well, you know what it means to me? You know, it means to me that, you know, I wouldn't say that a Captain America, just take the American part out of there. It's like, what? Where are you going with this? $1 billion. Yeah, $1 billion. They're fucking nuts at making a movie, giving that a job. Just pay me $500,000 once. Yeah, it's crazy. They're not going to make that money back. Kurt says, maybe Captain China is cooler for the modern audience. Crazy. I just don't get it, man. I mean, it's a comic book. And I didn't read Captain America. I was more of an X-Men kind of guy. Who's your favorite X-Men, Mo? Because obviously, you can't like anyone that's not the same color of your skin. Right? It's so ridiculous. Argus says, I'm white. Static Shock was one of my favorite heroes growing up. When I was a kid, the skin color doesn't matter. It's all about the hero's attributes. Right? That's right. It has nothing to do. Nothing. Right? Sure. Is it cool to be like, hey, yeah. There's a person that looks like me. But you're like, what's his powers? Right? What's his powers? Oh, he's cool. He looks cool. His outfit is badass. There's kids playing in a park. I'm Darth Vader, right? One kid's Luke Skywalker, and they're like, those kids are fighting. No, they're pretending, moron. Leave them alone. They're being violent towards each other. They're playing swords. Leave them alone. So how many people felt the same about Black Panther movie? Oh, there was a bunch of stuff in Black Panther movie. Let's not forget that they Black Panther 2 was literally marketed towards someone's death the entire time. They monetized someone's death. Just to let you know. Okay? They will tell you that they're honoring the man, even though the family of Chadwick Boseman said, no, recast. They said, no. We're not going to recast. He is Black Panther, and Black Panther is dead, so we have to monetize it. World says he's still upset that he lost the white boys in rap battle. Oh, that's right. He was in the movie with Eminem, wasn't he? Captain America was literally created as the U.S. propaganda for World War II. Sure, but it still represents what America is. Dolphin says you're taking your wife to see it for the date of Valentine's Day. Yeah, no. The only reason, Dolphin, and I'm not doing this, the only reason that I would buy a ticket to go see this movie, because I said I'm not watching any Marvel films. They have to win me back over before I go to the theater to actually watch a movie. I didn't even watch Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters. I watched it at home. Okay. The only reason I would buy a ticket is if they win me back. They haven't won me back yet. So the only reason I would buy a ticket is so I can get the the cosmetic stuff into Marvel Rivals. And I'm not doing that. I'm not even giving them money to get the cosmetics in the game. They can kiss my ass. Okay? Because I don't want to give a cent to, not because of Anthony Mackie's what he said. I'm not giving money for the theater for any Marvel films until Marvel realizes what they're doing with the Marvel brand. I know this was a talk about in the past as a semi-serious joke, but based off the article, X-Men would go to X persons. Oh yeah, they wanted to do that. What's her name said that? I think it's time that we make X people. What? It's because it's got men in it. X-Men. It's got X-Men in it. Altern says, completely stupid. By the way, I would love Black Panther to be recasted. He literally just did one solo movie. Why not recast? Because they had to monetize his death. These are the same people that filmed in a concentration camp and thanked them when they did Mulan. Argus says, Disney putting too long of a leash on these actors these days. They're also getting way out of pocket and destroying the film's publicly perceptions. Yep. They were giving out a free Star-Lord skin. I mean, I'm going to lie, or I'm going to lie. Marvel Rivals is pretty fair with their skins. No. I'm not talking about Marvel Rivals. I'm talking about if you buy a ticket to the movie Eclipse, you get the skin for Marvel Rivals. They're trying to buy. They're trying to engage you by going, we know you really don't like this movie, but we know you like this game. Guess what? If you go buy a ticket, you get stuff in this game. Kurt says, Disney is getting Marvel ready for the Star Wars facelift. Robert Jones says, I'm going to catch the movie on Disney Plus for $1.99 in 2 months. I don't even think it'll take 2 months. This movie will come out. Let's make a prediction right now. Let's make a prediction right now. Okay. This movie comes out on what? February 14th? Is that when it comes out? March. Let me look at a calendar. Let me look at a calendar. February 14th is a Friday. And by March 7th. Yeah, I'll say March 7th it'll be on Disney Plus. I might be wrong. I'm giving it 3 weeks, right? 21st, 28th, and the 7th. After the 7th, right? 7th, 8th, whatever it is, not on Disney Plus, but it will be out for you to purchase for $20. Okay? It won't go to Disney Plus until, I'll say May. It'll be like May 1st or 2nd. Okay? $20, okay? In 3 weeks, it'll be on Disney Plus for you to rent, but you can't purchase, like you can't rent, like can't watch it on Disney Plus. It'll be there for the money to pay for it. That's my prediction. World says, so I think it's safe to say Mike won't be checking out the new Spider-Man show. There's a new Spider-Man show? Oh, that's right, Worlds. That's the one with the animated that looks kind of weird. Yeah, I saw it a couple weeks ago when we looked at the trailer. Dolphin says, yeah, Valentine's Day, which is the most women are not going to want to see it. Hey, baby. I love you. I love you, baby. Can we go see Captain America's new movie? They'd be like, what? No? All right, fine. That'd be the best thing your wife's ever done or girlfriend's ever done. Saving you from going to see that. I'll watch it. You look movie for free on February 16th at my house. Okay. World says I'll be on service to rent or buy after a month. Disney Plus by May. I agree. Yeah. Let's see. Altern says that's not Spider-Man. Don't call it Spider-Man. That show looks more Sweet Baby Inc. than anything else. I don't know if it's bad or good. Right. I remember seeing it's that new art animation style. I didn't really watch it, but I remember the trailer. Jay Breezy says, well, fuck you then. I'll see it alone. Here's your roses. Yeah. That's what's going to happen, Jay Breezy. Yeah, new Spider-Man. Here, I'll bring it up so you guys can see. Hold on. New Spider-Man show. Let's see. I'm not going to play the music or anything, but I'll put it up on the thing. Yeah, this show right here. This is the new Spider-Man show. You'll end up with no girlfriend and a bad movie. Yeah, this is the new Spider-Man show. I don't know if it's woke. I don't know if anything. This is just showing you what it is, the actual animation style of it, because they'll hit me for this. So would have been better if they're making him Miles Morales. Well, they're trying something different. I don't think it's the retelling of the story. Maybe it is. Actually, I think it is, right? He's just becoming Spider-Man. That's what it looks like. Oh, Spider-Man, he's just beating up random kids. He's a nuisance. Oh, did it come out today? Ouch. I don't hate the look of it. I don't. I'll be honest. I kind of like the comic book style type of thing they're going for. Again, I'm not listening to it, so I don't know what's being said or how it sounds. The voice acting's good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did you guys see it? There's Captain. Not Captain America. Yeah. I mean, I think it looks okay. I'm okay with the art style. It almost reminds me of like an Archie's comics a little bit, like an updated Archie's comics. If you guys remember that back in the day, probably not. Jay Breezy says 2 episodes in and off to a tremendous start. The animation is incredible. I definitely believe this series will be on par to Spectacular Spider-Man, which is the best series so far, in my opinion. Well, there you go. So Jay Breezy's watching it. Right? I don't think the art style looks bad. I kind of like it. Oh, you read that? Oh, I like the art style. Robert Jones says, yeah, it does look like Archie. Yeah, it reminds me of the Archie comics. Jay's like, I did not say that. I didn't say that. Well, here's a just putting it out there, Jay Breezy. If you're gonna quote something, you gotta put the quote marks. You gotta put the quote marks. Otherwise, I'm gonna think you said it, right? Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus. Right? You gotta say something like IGN's 2 episodes in and whatnot. Otherwise, I mean, you said it. It says right there. That's Jay Breezy, 2 episodes. Guys, I think Jay Breezy doesn't want to admit it, but he's watched it. He's watched it 2 episodes. He's watched it.
You serious?
So the script is looking whack for the new Captain America, or his comments that have people bother. Both, Prosy. So what's happening with Captain America: Brave New World is that the Brave New World has had 4 reshoots. Okay, so what happened is, again, this is outside sources and stuff like that. These are facts, by the way. This is not made up in any way, shape, or form. So the movie got filmed, and they did a test screening, and the test screening, it got ripped to shreds. So they went back and did reshoots one time. Then they went back and did more filming, and then they did another test screening, okay? And then they came back, and then another test screening, and then it failed again. So they went back and did a second reshoot, okay? Then they showed it again, and they did a third reshoot. And then something else happened, and they had to go back and do a 4th reshoot. This movie was supposed to release last year. It got postponed to this year, okay? So it had 4 reshoots, so they're having massive problems just with the production of the thing, right? Another thing that happened was the actor who played the president died, right, in real life, right? And Harrison Ford took his place. So that was one of the reasons they had to do some reshoots and whatnot originally. Since that point, they had to do reshoots for other reasons, and now it's blown up the budget of the movie, where it's around $380 million for the movie, okay? I don't know if the script is bad in any way, shape, or form. Me personally, I haven't watched a Marvel film. The last one I watched in theaters, okay, was Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Right? I watched Spider-Man. I watched Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. That was the last movie I saw in theaters. I said I will not go see another Marvel film until they prove to me that they can make a good movie again. Right? So I saw Black Panther. I saw Love and Thunder. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw Wolverine. I saw all these things when they came to the streaming service months and months, almost a year after the original stuff, right? So that's why I'm not going to the theater to watch it. I don't know if the movie's bad. Now, the comments that I was saying was off the actor talking about what Captain America means to him and how he doesn't think America should be in Captain America. He should just be called like Captain or Captain Good Guy or whatever. You know what I mean? Like bringing like a real world politics into a superhero film where kids just want to have fun watching, a grown adults, teenagers just want to watch a movie, right? Just want to watch a movie and fantasize about being why is Marvel Rivals being so popular right now? I know, because people want the power fantasy of just being the character. Why do I like playing Captain America in the Marvel Rivals? Is because he's a cool character. I get to fantasize about I could be in the backyard and pretend I'm Captain America, or I can play a fucking video game where I'm pretending I'm Captain America because I get to actually control Captain America, right? That's what people are missing. That's what the Hollywood's missing. That's what the actors are missing. That's what the politicians are missing. So I don't know if the movie's going to suck, but it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good for the budget that they have, plus the fires they're trying to fan out now, right? Because, Anthony Mackie, who has integrity, which went back on what he said just 3 days prior, right? I have integrity like Captain America. And yet he went back on what he said. Amazing. Amazing. So 30, you missed Screaming Goats and Thor. No, I watched it. I think when I watched it, I think I was sick, if I'm not mistaken. I think when I watched Thor: Love and Blunder, I had like the flu, and I was in bed watching it. Doctor Strange was so bad. Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, I was satisfied with the movie, but I was dissatisfied with what Disney did with WandaVision and all the other like Disney Plus shows leading up to the Spider-Man movie and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I was like, oh, they're going to answer all these questions and do all these things. And then it happened, and I was just like, there was a line in the movie. Well, I'm not here for that, Wanda. And like, they just forgot what Wanda did. She just encapsulated a whole town and tortured them for months, months on end. And no connection whatsoever. Like, no connection whatsoever. It was like, what the fuck did I watch the show for? What did I watch the show for if you're not going to connect the dots? I was like, well, there goes that. And then I stopped watching the Disney Plus shows. Oh, I liked it, Worlds. As a standalone movie, I liked it. But I thought they were going to connect all the shows and stuff they were doing leading up to it. And they didn't do any of it. It was like, I have extra stuff to watch, but why do I need to watch that? You don't. So I stopped watching the Disney Plus shows on that. I might watch the Daredevil show. I might wait and see what other people think about it first, and then I'll go watch it. Because they say it's like the Netflix show. But I think that's what they want you to think. So when you watch it, you're like, oh, it might be good. It might be good. We'll see. That's another show that they had 12 episodes in the can, and they decided to completely scrap it and then go back to the drawing board, because originally when Daredevil was coming out, they didn't have his coworkers, and I forget their names. I forget his name. His lawyer buddy, right, and the girl. They didn't have that. They didn't have a lot of people, and then all of a sudden they scrapped all the stuff, went back to the drawing board. So maybe they learned their lesson. Maybe Daredevil is the show to win me back over. Who knows? MCU is falling over them itself. I give 0 fucks these days. She-Hulk ass, Eternals ass, Miss Marvel. Okay, but not for me. Loki season 1 ass. Movie Love and Thunder, ass. Black Widow's ass. Black Widow ass. I mean, I like Black Widow's ass. Multiverses of Madness, meh. Foggy. Thank you, Jay Breezy. Thank you. She-Hulk and the Incredible Hulk and prerequisite watch before Brave New World. Yeah, you have to go watch those. Make sure you watch it at least 3 times. Yeah. I think it's Jesse. Isn't it, Worlds? I think it's... Is it Jesse? Jessica? Jessica. Or am I thinking of her name from True Blood? No, I think that was her name in the character she played in True Blood. Karen. Was it Karen? It is Karen. Jessie was her character in True Blood, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah, Jessica in True Blood. That's what I thought. Yeah. No, it wasn't Jessica Jones. No. I know the actress. And I'm like, what was her name? She was good in True Blood. So I read an article, or not an article, but a tweet. They said that Daredevil is at the, I think it was Paul Tassi. Let me bring it up. I think Paul Tassi wrote a tweet about it. Something along the lines of it's going to be as the Punisher, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me see. He said something along the lines. Maybe it wasn't Paul. It was somebody else. Oh, here it is. New ratings say that MCU's Daredevil Born Again is a Punisher level brutal. So there you go. Punisher level brutal. So saying it's about the same level as Punisher's level of brutality and whatnot. Kurt says, I love comic books and I can't stand the movies. You should be able to reach me. I'm a comic book nerd. You should. But see, in their eyes, Kurt, you're not a fan. They don't want you, right? They want the new generation, the people that are not buying the comic books, right? That's what they're trying to do, which is absurd to me. So absurd. It's like, hey, you have this built-in fan base, and you're like, no, let's shit on them. Let's try to get this fan base that doesn't exist. Krebsy, I remember when I did the shows for WandaVision, and every week you did the call in. You're like, what if Mephisto? Every week we did the show, and you would call in and be like, well, what about if they did Mephisto? And this, you saw Mephisto. Never happened. I hope so, Worlds. Like what I said, I hope Daredevil is what brings me back. I like doing those shows. Look, I miss having content where we actually talked about it, okay? Where we talked about those shows. But it just kept getting worse and worse. I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't like watching stuff that I don't like. I don't like to hate watch. But don't get me wrong. I'll watch someone else talk about it if they watched it and be more entertained about how they talk about it than actually watching the actual thing. If I don't like a show, I'm not going to watch it. Right? If I didn't like the first episode, I'm not going to watch 12 episodes. MCU shows have knack of finishing poorly. Yeah, because if you already know, like, here's the thing, Titan. The worst part about it is that we had what's his name? Chato on last year, right? And Chato worked in the film industry. He was a TV network, right, guy. And he was talking about on the show. He was talking about how shows like sitcoms and stuff like that never had an ending because they don't know how long they're going to last, right? They don't know how long they're going to last. So they make a show and it might last one season, it might last 5 episodes, and then every year when they're done, they don't know if they're getting renewed. So they never ever try to close off a story because there might be more to it. Disney, or I should say streaming service, makes it even worse because not only do they not know if they're getting picked up, right? But they're not even filming it as standalone episodes. They're like filming a movie and then break the movie up into 6 parts or 8 parts. And then they're like, that's it. It's like nothing connects. It's so weird. It's like they don't have flushed out characters. They don't have a flushed out story. They have like MacGuffins left and right. It's so bad. And then they film them fast, right? Then if they do have a season 2, it's like 2 or 3 years after season 1. It's so stupid. It's like, how do you not make season 2 right off the bat? Well, here's a problem. They're putting these celebrities in their shows, and then the celebrities are working on other projects, so they can't get them back on this thing. So like, oh, we'll do it in 2 years from now. People lose interest. People don't care at that point. That Rockstar guy was also obsessed with Mephisto. Oh, you're talking about Rockstar's YouTube channel, Worlds? Although he says, well, that's not fair. I hate the first 10 episodes of Breaking Bad, but the show is really good. Well, I have a question, El Dente. There had to be something in those first 10 how long is an episode? 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour? Right? There had to be something in the show that intrigued you to keep watching. It couldn't have been terrible. So you're like, it's good. It's not great. There's no way you watch 10 hours of bad television just to get to be good. A masochist. You're one of those guys that plays 300 hours of a game and gets good after 300. Great breakdowns of the movies, but he certainly loves Mephisto. Oh, yeah. Second season was shortened and was like, it was because of the writer's strike. Oh, yeah. That's why I hear about that all the time with shows, even movies that came out during that time. I am a masochist, but I did start watching the show after it ended. Okay. So you didn't have to wait week episode after week episode when it first originally came out. Oh, there's about 500 episodes of the One Piece, and I hate that show. What is wrong with you? Why? There has to be something you like about the show. You can't hate a show and watch 500 episodes. Stop it. We have to do an Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
There's got to be something that you like about the show. Krebsy says, it's been 4 years and still no mention of fucking hands sticking out of the planet. Yeah, the Celestials sitting out on the fucking planet. It would change like tides. It would do something. Nothing. They've said absolutely nothing about it, Krebsy. Titan says 500. That's like 1/3 way he's going for. He's going to go all the way through. How many episodes are there? See, that's so daunting to me. Like, you guys should watch One Piece. I'll be like, well, how many episodes? Oh, there's like 2,000 episodes. I'll be like, I'm good. I quit once One Piece after I found put how many episodes there were. How many episodes are there, Jones? The show is still going, and there's 1,200. Yeah, no, I will never watch that. I don't have that much time. How much is each episode? Is it 30 minutes, 20 minutes? What's an episode? And then there's 15 movies. And they're remaking the beginning. Jesus Christ. 22 minutes, give or take. All right, so 22 minutes times 1,200. That's 26,400 divided by 60. That's 440 hours. 440 hours divided by 365. No, that's not right. That'd be what did I say? 400? That wasn't 60 because that's I was thinking about days. I want to do by 24. Was it 445? That's nonstop watching for 18 and a half days. 24 hours a day for 18 and a half days. Well, we just did our 425th, 26th episode of GXG. Those are 2 hours and 2 hours a piece, right? So 426 episodes times 100 and right? Yeah, 120. That's 51,000. I mean, basically, I have enough content where I can compete with One Piece. That's pretty good. You gotta watch four episodes of One Piece for my one podcast that I did. And you could watch one episode a day or 24/7 for 420, and it would almost last you a month. Dragon Ball is has about 500. I'm not that dedicated. I've only seen, well, I feel like I've only seen one episode of Dragon Ball. The same power up. Every time I turned it on, it was powering up. I shit you not. We've talked about this in the past. I'm like, I don't know. All right. It's time for the time to scroll through Twitter. Find some other stories that maybe we didn't talk about. Let's see if we let's see what's new here. Let's see if we can find it. All right. What do we got here? No news. Got the Spider-Man. No gaming news. Payday. Sony has revealed that February's PlayStation Plus essential games. So Payday's coming to PlayStation Plus. Netflix brings full season download feature to iPhone and iPad. DC is finally being into Fortnite. Got a bunch of they already had characters in there, didn't they? I'm confused. Didn't they aren't these characters already in Fortnite? Right? These characters are in Fortnite. Are they coming back into Fortnite? Okay, yeah, okay. Let's see what else. You guys already told me about the MLB thing. Get your tickets now. For Captain America in a Brave New World. Oh, there was a... This is pretty funny. So there was a post I saw yesterday on Twitter. Okay. There was a post I saw on Twitter. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, okay. So I think... Is this the right one? I think this is the last one. Okay. And then this one. Okay. So I thought it was funny because I want to show you guys this. So there was a post of Sonic 3 and someone posted and they put a music to this video, right? So let me show you this video. Okay. So they showed this video. If you guys haven't seen this video, this is from Sonic 3. It's Jim Carrey. He plays both characters and they're having like this dance off type of thing inside the movie. Okay. Which is pretty funny. It's funny because they had a song and in the comment it said, I think you could put any song to this and it would work. Right. So I gave it a shot. Right. I gave it a shot. Right. So I edited it where I just put my music that I made with the AI over this. Right. And let's see if it works. Okay. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works with this.
It's a brand new game, just hit the scene. All the gamers hype is the next big thing. AAA title or a quirky indie gem. What's the verdict? Oh, here we go again. Graphics are stunning with the story's a sin. Gameplay solid, but it's just not fresh within. No matter how it shines or where it might land, IGN's got a score that we all understand. Graphics
I think it works pretty good.
Gameplay solid, but it's just not fresh within. No matter how it shines or where it might land, IGN's got a score that we all understand. 7 out of 10 is the favorite groove. No matter the game, that's our go-to move. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll never really know. 7 out of 10, it's the same old show.
Wait, we got another one.
A sequel drops, it's polished and refined. Fans say it's great, but they won't change their mind. Too much water, they cry, or lacks innovation. 7's their home base, their default station.
Okay, so that's one, right? Here's the second one with a completely different song. Here's a completely different song.
It starts with a spark, a vision in your mind, a world unbuilt, a hero undefined. Sketches on paper, a story to be told. Dreaming of the magic, the pixels turn to gold. Code and design, long nights in the grind. Passion's the fuel when the stars don't align. From the art to the sound, every piece in its place. Building up a masterpiece, one line of code, one face. Make a game, sell a game, bring the dream alive. With blood, sweat, and tears, it's the reason we strive. From the heart to the screen, let the passion remain. Through the highs, through the lows, make a game, sell a game. Debugging the chaos, fixing every bug, pouring love into levels, giving players a hug. Balancing the battles, perfecting every move, every click, every jump, it's the rhythm of the groove. Teams come together, each one plays a part.
It's not as good, but it's pretty good.
Artists with heart, composers weave the music, writers craft the...
Okay, here, now I'll mute this because I don't have this one edited, but I want to play one of the other ones here. Let's see. Let's try. Hold on. We gotta rewind it.
Battlefield is calling, the fight's begun. A universe of heroes, we rise as one. From Cap Shield to Widow's sting. Each legend here makes the cosmos sing. Fulfills the storm, lightning cracks the sky. Strange blends of mystic as dimensions collide. Hope's rage at doubles, unstoppable force while Panther prowls, holding his course. Marvel rivals,
Not as good.
legends unite in a clash
Still works with it, though.
of titans. Day turns to night. From Iron Man's tech to Spidey's swing, every hero's roar, the anthem they bring. Scarlet weaves chaos with the
Still
flick of
works.
her hand, while Logan's claws carve through the land. Ghost Rider burns with the vengeance untamed. In this eternal struggle, nothing's the same. Star-Lord leads with a cosmic flare. Rockets fire, power fills the air. Storm commands the winds to rise. Marvel rivals, where legends never die. Marvel rivals, the
Sorry. I just thought it was funny. I was like, I wonder if it works with these. One more. We'll do one more. Okay. Let's see if it works with this one.
There's a guy named Travis, he's always around. In the chat, Core takes status down. Elden Ring, he says it's overhyped trash. With Mass Effect, now that's his stash. He's a Sony booty, loud and proud. Even when Sony's got him down, they took his games, left him in the cold. But Travis still defends them, oh so bold. Travis, the king of hot takes. Hating what we love, he claims we're all fakes. When Marvel Rivals starts to reveal, he's reporting more than he's trying to heal.
This is
You're
great.
all wrong, he says with a smirk, while his opinion drives the rest berserk. Elden Ring's bad, and that's a fact. And he doubles down, no turning back. He's the self-made critic, the contrarian knight. With the Sony shield and a trollish might. Marvel Rivals, he plays the game his way. But every fight there's a report to lay. Oh, Travis, the king of hot takes. Hating what we love, he claims we're all fakes. When Marvel Rivals starts to reveal,
I mean, I think
he's reporting
I think I might have to make a music video off of that. Do I think Jim Carrey really did this? I think at certain parts he did. I'm sure he has stuntmen and stand-ins and whatnot. I learned yesterday they made puppets for Sonic 3, so the actors could have something to act off of. Well, that's cool. Poor Travis. I mean, come on. It's all in good fun. The real crime is I'm not getting heals when we play Marvel Rivals. That's the real crime here. You have to make a Game Pass song about Mo? I can tell you haven't been here. I can tell you haven't been here, Worlds. We have a Game Pass song.
Price. Xbox Game Pass in my side, playing games all day and night.
What's the real song of the movie? It's some I forget. It's a famous song.
On my screen, different worlds I've never seen. Every challenge and
It's not about Mo, but I mean, you say Game Pass. Game Pass is Mo.
with Game Pass I'm in flight, in adventures day and night. On my PC mobile too, new excitement always new.
No, this is not about Mo. This is about Game Pass. But Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
The couch to galaxies, racing fast.
Just picture Mo singing this.
Mystic
He's promoting Game Pass. That's what it is. That was my inspiration.
point complete the thrill. Every level, every skill. Match the
That's my inspiration. Solution for MCU not being connected. Put Travis in charge. Right. Well, no, because he thinks or said that all are connected. Oh. All right. that's going to do it for me today. I do appreciate you guys very much for coming out, hanging out with us for a few hours a day. If you like it, hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. All right? You got to hit that like button. We're small channel. So if you're a person that hasn't hit the like button yet, what the hell are you doing? Okay? We got songs and chat back and forth. Okay? We'll be back tonight for Shooting the Shit with Sarge. We're going to be playing some Halo tonight. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, come out tonight. It'll be over on 30 and Still Gaming tonight. Okay, 30 and Still Gaming tonight. A little loud. Share the moment, let's make it grow. Help the algorithm, let the good vibes flow. So, yeah, that's it. We'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, over on 30 and Still Gaming. It's not going to be on this channel, 30 NSG. If you're not subscribed to that channel, the links are below in the description, so you can click on over there. We'll be there live tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. You guys have a great rest of your day, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
It's your moment to shine. Be the reason this channel climbs. Yeah. Hit it loud, hit it proud, join the party. Good morning, sunshine, rise and shine. The daily grind is here on time with gaming news and fun galore. We'll chat and entertain once more. The coffee's hot, the mic is on. Jump in the chat, let's have some fun. From pixels small to stories grand, we bring the magic to your hand. We're nitty tuned in daily, don't you miss? Entertainment wrapped in bliss. From new releases, tips and tricks, the daily grind, your morning fix. Controller ready, headset too. We've got the updates just for you. From late night streams to morning plays, we cover gaming all the ways. Controller ready, headset too. We've got the updates just for you. From late night streams to morning plays, we cover gaming all the ways. Laughs and news, our winning blend, the show with you, our dearest friend. Comments rolling, chats alive, the daily grind, 5-star vibe. Tune in daily, don't you miss? Entertainment wrapped in bliss. From new releases, tips and tricks, the daily grind, your morning fix. Good morning, sunshine, rise and shine. The daily grind is here on time with gaming news and fun galore. We'll chat and entertain once more. The coffee's hot, the mic is on. Jump in the chat, let's have some fun. From pixels small to stories grand, we bring the magic to your hands.